entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, I
We are
knew
a
that you
band
were
of.
on some type of live. I didn't exactly know what.
Yeah, we on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't know.
What's up?
No, no, no.
Wow,
That's crazy.
man. Always. You look so happy now. Wow, man. What the fuck? Why is you so low right now?
Your mic low, low, bro.
I haven't drinking alcohol in 3 days, so I feel good.
Oh, okay.
I feel good. Na-na-na-na. You knew that you would not.
No, can't. Nobody can smoke weed no more because we don't smoke no more. We quit.
No.
Yeah, I haven't smoked weed at all. I've been to the gym. I've been saunaing, cold plunging, surfing. I've been doing great.
Oh, that's good.
Cool, bro.
That's good. Like I always figured, I think we just take advantage of the alcohol at times, and we overdrink. Not trying,
Yeah,
but shit. Once you start, the shit just get good.
it's true.
It just get good. You can't stop. It's like,
Yeah. Because one thing I noticed, like with alcohol, like it helps you, like if you talking to women and stuff, and you drinking alcohol, it just helps everything come out so smooth if you take
yeah,
like the perfect amount, you know. But once you go overboard, that's when you start messing up and sounding
start
drunk.
slurring
So
your
it's like a
words and
certain
stuff.
sweet spot that a couple shots in, 3, 4 shots, it's like you like the smoothest.
Take away
Oh
all them
yeah,
all them stop signs. All them stop
No,
signs be
yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
I'm
a lot
not
of
exactly
people.
better.
Yeah,
I'm
a
not
lot of people
exactly
like.
better with guys when I drink.
Go ahead, Anna.
Oh, I'm not exactly better when I drink because I can already be like that when I'm sober. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, no, maybe after a bowl or some shit. But when
that
I'm
ain't
drunk,
sober.
I'm just like the thoughts inside my head that I have about people in public, I will say them if I'm drunk.
That's crazy.
Like,
Cause I've been drunk
The
this
fifth.
whole time. I'm sorry, y'all. But I mean, I'm off. I didn't finish my bottle from the other day, so I was just finishing. I don't know if y'all know, but I was drunk this whole time, and yeah, that part.
It's about damn time.
Somebody, I know
That
somebody
part.
told me
that's
though. They
why.
said, "Man, when you drink, you don't even change." I was like, "I don't know how to change.
Bullshit, bullshit.
I
Exactly.
forgot how to change. I only know how to be the me I thought I was when I was him." Okay.
I think alcohol is a tool, just like anything. It has uses, but you can overdo it. But you can learn from that, and then learn how to use it correctly. You don't have. Some people like think it's a problem, and it's the devil. It's evil, or you gotta quit and go away.
Nah, cause that's how it
Well, you
was.
just gotta get
Like even though
going.
I don't change or I don't get belligerent when I get tipsy. Wow, man, when I took the mushrooms that time, bro, I picked up the bottle and that shit said, "You don't need me no more." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And like ever since then, I was able to control my drinking. Like it's like
Hmm.
I drink
Yeah,
like
that's all you need.
maybe 2-3 times a month. F that. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's all you
Like,
needed to hear.
like we're
You just needed
Yeah,
to
friends,
hear that.
we're not dominators.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's all about balance. Everything in life is balance.
I didn't know
That's
liquor.
it.
I didn't know liquor can talk to you.
Fuck.
Like,
There's always.
I didn't even know.
Hey man, you lick her good, she'll sing to you. I'm just saying. Forget about talking.
Some real shit though, Big Chill.
It's real
Sometimes you
deal.
be off the rocker, but other times you be cool.
Nah, I always got that
Off
smooth
the
rock
rocker.
happening, man. I'm always on the rocker. I'm never off the rocker. Come on, don't spread rumors like that.
And then I don't even know how the fuck did Anna even find this channel? What are you even doing here, Anna?
Um,
Anna's been here for years,
I
man.
know
She's
she
been here
has,
She's
longer.
but I'm like, how? Why?
ego.
Eve.
Basically, she was Ego's friend, and
yeah.
Yeah,
then when she
ego,
met Master
ego's friend.
Creator, she was like, "Fuck ego, I'm a fuck
Ego.
blood."
God,
Yeah,
not
she's
again.
You chose up.
Shut-
Dang, you chose up.
I used to think Ego was a real man, but when she met MC23,
She chose up.
Bro, he's lying. He's fucking lying. Oh my
They don't
I
sound
don't know.
like it.
I don't know. It sounded like he
I'm
was telling the
lying,
truth to
I'm
me.
lying, and I'm levitating right now.
Master Creator don't lie. I've been knowing him all my life.
Guys, you're
He just
joking
bends
too,
and ties
bro.
the truth
Oh
a
my
little.
God. Don't joke though, because I'm the type of person who will believe you if you continue with the joke.
Then you
Believe,
already
but you can conceive.
basically what she said is she already believed you, Master Creator. She just didn't want to accept it now.
Oh
She,
my God.
Me and my
she didn't want to accept it until now.
Oh my God. Oh my... What have I done? No, it's not.
eyes and know I'm a magician like Just Time.
Shoot.
Ah.
Yeah, you know, in America they call that choosing up. You choosing up? Oh damn, Master Creator.
On the East Coast, they call that pimping up.
What? Nah,
She chose
ain't
me like a Pokemon. It ain't none of that. She just chose me like a Pokemon, you know.
You
Like, I
feel me?
choose you, Master Creator. Let me throw the Master Ball out. You knew I was a legendary form.
She said
She
it's
was
the
tired of that rat-tat-tat. Needed her.
He's just messing with you,
legendary.
Anna, man. Don't listen to him, man.
Why,
He just
big
messing
deal,
with you.
man?
He just messing with you,
he
Anna.
just messing with you, even though he being truthful.
good.
Mind your business.
Even
He's
though he
good
telling the
people. He's
truth.
still, yeah, man.
Even
He's
though
still
he telling-
fantasizing about you.
Even though
He
he
wanna
telling
own
the
you,
truth.
That ain't legal in his country, so don't worry. He can never own you legally. But
Big Chill just mad because he ain't young no more.
I'm still young, man. I'm young, man. Young and dangerous. I'm still young enough, but I don't
Hey,
have
Matt.
as
People
much
don't say
needs.
that.
I don't have the
Yes,
needs I
Lord.
used to.
Right.
Less needs, true.
I ain't been chosen in a long time.
I don't lust, man. I'm good, man. I got a swing
I've
at
been
home,
thinking of the perfect date for you and Trey, because it's about time that he finds some real love from a real king. So,
Big Chill's right there for that. Big Chill
Do
go
that.
that way. So just ask Big
No,
Chill.
I'm good. I already found my true love. Thanks, anyways. I appreciate it.
well, you could be in a
Big Chill ready.
polyamorous with.
No, I'm not polyestic, man. I got a stripper girl. Sometimes me and the wife bring in to have some fun, but she's the only one.
Wait, are you serious? Because I was joking.
No, I'm serious. We have a third person sometimes. You know, but we're exclusive to each other only. You know what I mean? We're
It's
exclusive.
against his religion to lie.
I mean, it's against our religion to have two wives or two girls, but it only happens
you-
on Friday, maybe once a month. So,
Man, that shit don't never happen. But Anna,
yeah. That shit don't ever happen. Yeah.
you what's the name? Oh yeah, cause you
jealous.
I'm
You
like
jealous,
wondering
dude.
why you here, cause I forgot you took psychedelics before, so you dove in on the mushrooms many a time.
Stronger psychedelics to me, before matter of fact.
I ain't,
Guy doing it here. Touches my shit.
Story, trip story.
What the fuck's this guy?
Trip story. Tell us a good trip story, Anna. When that Chinese guy offered you that special K, that ketamine.
No washrooms, brother. No
What
washrooms.
Dude, I have not actually had any like stories. Most of my things happen when I'm sober or just when I'm smoking weed.
no, you just
Nothing
asked.
crazy.
Yeah, cause you get sick every time you took it. We remember.
Nah, but I do trip, and it's not often, but I do it often enough. But I haven't experienced anything. I haven't seen anything. It's more just in my daily life that
That's
I
what.
experience.
That's the thing that tripped me out about psychedelics is it's it's showing you that your daily life is a trip. Like that is the trip. Your life is the trip. You feel me?
Yeah,
Even
you
though it
use
take you
it
further
everywhere.
out to like these other places, your life always take you to these other places. You just don't see it. I think.
Like, I can
Let's use your imagination.
like
Yeah.
I think I've talked about this before,
Nation
where
of the
I hear
Madge.
things,
Nation
but
of the
I don't
Madge.
hear actual
I.
voices.
Madge. I.
Uh-huh.
I just hear thoughts that aren't my own. They're speaking to me.
Ooh.
It's not a voice though, but they're still speaking to me. And I
What's
can
the
feel the
difference?
divine.
Yeah.
I
What's
can
the
feel the
difference?
divine within me. And the divine is present in my
Right.
life as well, basically in the same room as me, but the divine doesn't speak to me. They just give like a second guidance, if
And
that
Sure,
and
makes
they're
I
sense.
not
Speaks
think
to you all the
Eric
time.
friends.
Come on, man.
all
Does
of
those
them
same
like,
people visit Eric?
wow, man.
like synchronicities, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, synchronicities. Because I
Yeah.
think anything in
Yeah,
life is just
yeah,
like a
yeah.
lot
That's
of things is
yeah,
just
yeah.
tools. They just tools that we use for different things, and like we can put psychedelics on a pedestal of
You're a
being a
tool.
tool
You're a
that's
tool,
being
Truth.
than anything else.
You're a
But it's like,
fucking
yeah,
tool.
everything is just tools that we use in order to learn and push ourselves forward. And it's like all these things, bro. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of
It
crazy.
is.
Once I recognize that, like I could live daily life without even diving in because I get the same psychedelic experiences through life that I would get through a psychedelic experience.
You can hold your breath for 6
Yeah.
minutes. You'll get the same experience too. 6 minutes. You can do it.
Damn. Shit. Ain't that
Yeah.
Or
some?
get lost in a book, or
Yeah,
Self
yeah,
suffocation.
exactly,
It's
Ty.
possible.
You can get
Self
lost in a book.
suffocation.
You can get lost in a movie. You can get lost in a
Mhm.
TV show and a
Video
game. And
game.
yeah,
You start wondering why some people need like some silence when they listening, because like their interaction with their mind thoughts on the journey they going through can't even be spoken fast enough. Like they seem like they missing out on something if they start talking.
I'm telling
But
you,
then they talking is part
Words
of
can't
it.
explain,
yeah,
man.
talking
Words
is part
can't
of it. You
explain.
know what's crazy, Ty, is that you said that. Somebody was telling me this the other day, and they was like, "Well, I be reading the scriptures and I be watching TV at the same time," and
You and
I
the
said I got
scriptures.
to turn off the
Leave it alone.
TV. I got to turn off the
Why? What they
TV
say
so
about
I
the
can.
TV?
No, because they while they're reading their scriptures, they're watching the TV at the same time while they're doing their scriptures, like writing them down and reading them out of book.
Mm-hmm. And it's
So
interfering with what they trying to learn.
Fake,
at least that's
fake
what I think
Christians.
they probably feel. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just, it's all the
That's
same.
not real.
Cause like, even when you watch like I said, I was watching that story of David on Amazon, and you start to see that all these things are just life happening. And it's telling you the
David and
story
Goliath.
of, yeah, David and Goliath.
Like, do you know that there
That was one of
was
my
like
favorite
more than
stories.
one? It wasn't just Goliath. When Daniel went, in the Bible says he grabbed 5 stones, right? Because Goliath had 4 other brothers. He really struck down 5 giants, but
No, no,
Goliath
no.
was the biggest.
When you go to
Yeah,
the
the
oldest,
original story.
when
The
you go
original
to the
story. That's the
oldest,
original story.
when you go to the oldest written text of that, you find
Yeah,
out
that's the oldest one.
David was not the one that killed Goliath. It was somebody
I don't
else.
know about that.
Yes,
Goliath had 4 brothers.
it's
David
older.
didn't just knock down Goliath; he knocked down 4 of his brothers too.
No, he didn't.
Mhm.
No, he didn't.
It's in the
No, he
Codex
didn't.
Sinaiticus,
And
man. It's
nobody
the
ever
oldest.
seen David. Nobody ever seen
I
David
seen
kill a
David, King
lion.
David, man. I did the fucking tango with him when I was a female back in a past lifetime. But that's another story.
Hell no.
Yeah. Me and
Oh, here
David,
we go.
we can't talk about it. Yeah, we can't talk about it. But yeah, past life.
Here we
Past
go.
life.
Here
You were
we
just males. Sometimes you were females too, man. But you don't do that shit in this life where you're
I'm
a
like
male. But,
Lindy
yeah.
never
But-
was a female.
But I think when you look at the mythology of it and you look at the understanding, like you yourself has slayed the dragon before. Even
been
though
the
you
dragon
didn't know
too, yeah.
that you did, yeah. And sometimes you've
Been the
been the
dragon.
dragon also.
Now kill all the giants. And then the humans killed me and my babies, man. Burnt us alive in a cave. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
when you start to
could've
pay
just been a
attention
dream.
to it, you did
It
all
could have
these
just been
things.
a DMT trip. That was on DMT. So it could have been a trip. It wasn't a past life hypnosis. That was on DMT. So I don't know if that was real.
But I think
it
that's
has
what you
to
Well,
learn
that's
pressure.
over
what
that.
comes
That's
with
what
the
you
That's
learn
power.
over
another.
time. You learn that
That's
it's
what
the
comes with
hero's
the power.
journey. Go ahead, Ty.
I said
Go ahead.
that's what comes with the power of seeing if it's real or if it's fake or
Yeah.
realizing the thoughts and stories that's in your mind. Because you start using those during your daily day. So
Yeah,
then instead of having to rely on Goku or Jesus, you're like, I got this other thing that's going on in my mind. I think it's me. And
yeah.
it's coming off as all
That's
these
not
other
real though, man.
things
Jesus is real, man. That's the
too.
deal.
Wait,
Goku is real.
okay,
Goku is
will he
faker than
say
my
yes?
fucking
Like it's
chunk of
crazy.
stars.
Like I told you, that's the thing that I was watching. I was tripping off of because I seen that
You
on my
watch too
journey.
much
I seen
TV.
that on my journey to where the story it started from one story and it changed over time. Everybody
All
wrote their
lies.
own version of it.
Not true. That's
Everybody
all
they
lies.
did.
There's 25.
They
There's
did.
25,000 documents that
When
prove the
you
old
die,
Torah and prove the New Testament,
when
bro.
you leave
All
Big
that shit that
Chill,
it's been changed by the Catholic Church, it's all garbage. It's been done up from the 100th century when
nah,
they found the
it's
stone.
been changed, bro.
When they
It's
found the
a
stone, it was the exact
you
same
don't.
book. So,
But I
it's
understand
cool,
that you
man.
wouldn't understand
But
it
fight,
because
man. Fight.
you
Keep
not looking
fighting.
at the pattern
Fight
of
for your right.
life.
No, I don't
It's
look at
part
that.
of the
I'm an old
pattern.
man. I'm not a
It's
little
the
kid. I've
pattern.
done seen all the
Yeah.
patterns.
So when
Done
you
figured.
go,
I've
when you
seen them
go,
all, man. I choose the
when you
best
go,
outcome.
the story that they gonna have about you is gonna be their own accounts of what they seen of you doing. It's not gonna be your story really. It's
Oh, they're
gonna be
gonna
what
fucking
they
name a
thought it
street
was or
after
what
me.
they felt
This
like it
street,
was.
this street over here named Arena, they're gonna name that my last name when I'm gone. Maybe even this next year, when it's 50 years in this area, hopefully they'll name that street
But
after me.
I think it's
But I don't want to
a
be remembered, bro.
it's a lot to learn.
Honestly,
Like
I don't want to
okay.
be remembered.
You
I
like
don't
I've
want to
been
be remembered.
watching they
I'm a nobody.
got another good one Just Ty because I know you
Oh,
probably like you like the weird shit I be liking because my kids always walk in and they see me watching like the Animal Channel and shit like that and they be like, why you
uh-huh.
watching this? And it's like this the type of shit I like. I like to see all life. I don't just like to see the human life because we got different perspectives. And then you see this one insect that man, bro, that shit is trippy. It's called The Bug's Life, but it did it in the real aspect to where it didn't do it like the cartoon. It showed real bugs, actual bugs, and how they live, and like you know
Hmm.
how they breed and all these different things. And they had the one that be eating the plants. I forgot what it was called. The little green bugs that eat your plants and shit. It start with an A. Aphids.
Hey,
Aphids.
hey,
Aphids.
hey.
Bro, I didn't know that aphids were all females. So when an aphid
Ouch.
have a baby, the baby be already pregnant. So the aphid actually produce
Wow,
a baby and his grandchild at the same time.
that's crazy.
At the
Wow.
same time, bro. And I'm
How long do they
going,
live though? Do they
nah,
have short lifespans? Is
yeah,
that why
because
they're born pregnant?
I don't know. Probably because that's why the farmers get the ladybugs. That's why you see the ladybugs because the ladybugs eat the aphids.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because a
So
housefly only lives what, 3 days?
yeah,
Or
it's
something?
it's the real
That's
circle of
cycle.
life, bro. It's like
It is
that shit is
pretty
real.
weird.
It's the
And
real
have
I
circle of
watched
life.
I watched the insect channel too the other day. I was watching it and I seen something I never
Oh,
knew
what's
in my
up with it?
entire life. There's flesh-eating
Good looking
bees
out.
that make honey that is
NPC
blood.
the game.
Meat honey, bro. There's a
Why
bees
chicken?
that eat meat and their hive is not full of honey, it's full of blood.
Yeah.
Flesh-eating bees. I
No,
swear
I
to
seen
like, I never heard of that. Not
okay.
the
Did you
African killer
see
bees. It's a total different bee that fucking eats the meat in Africa, and they make their hive. When you cut their hive, it's blood.
yeah.
It's not even honey. It's fucking blood and meat,
I'm gonna have
bro.
to
They
go see
make like
that
a
one.
ground.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that
I
one.
never knew
I
there
was
was
seeing
meat
the
eating
one
fucking wasps.
it had
Holy
the bees.
shit, that's
It had
crazy.
the bees that live on the farm, and basically they live in the hay. And like basically when the female she comes, she builds the nest, and once the babies start to hatch, she let off a pheromone that actually to where it make the other bees not able to have babies. So
Oh
they
shit.
just turn
She's
into
the
worker
first queen,
bees.
yeah.
Yeah, the queen. She
Yeah.
let off a
Hmm.
pheromone to where they can't have babies until
And if
she's
they have
up into
another
her
queen, they'll
death.
kill it.
Because
What
Yeah.
all of them
happens
could
if
be
the
a
queen come?
bee.
They'll eat it alive. Yeah, man. They'll kill the next queen too.
Yeah,
Only one queen.
man. The bug life is crazy
Genetic
as shit,
control.
bro.
They got controlling their genetics.
Exactly. And all the things that we try to do right now within
Uh-huh.
science,
Because
they're
that's all we
already
ever
doing
can
it.
do.
Yeah,
The
they're already
cuttlefish,
doing it.
octopuses, those cuttlefish that are all like they change their colors and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're so trippy. Man,
And they
those
can
things are
take
wild.
different shapes and different shapes of things.
Yeah.
Like, and all that shit is trippy because we being humans, we think we above the other things that are on the planet because this is the ideas that we was fed. But there's other
Yep.
things on the planet that breed and do things way more better than us. Like you have like it's like I don't know, I forgot what that damn thing was. It's like a dragonfly and it live underwater. It live well. They had this other like worm-like creature that live under the earth for like 3 years before it even changed into like this moth-like creature, bro. And then when it come out and when it changed, it don't even eat as an adult. Once it changed to the moth, the only thing it do is go out and try to find females in order to reproduce. Like once you start paying attention to how what these insects and these animals are doing to reproduce, you see the same thing going on with humans. How we
Pay
try to find mates.
$200 for
Well,
this
the seahorse.
long.
Seahorse male can have a baby, man. That's crazy.
That's what
This,
they be promoting it as. Like how marketing works. A lot of promoting is like instinct type stuff.
yeah.
Like or the way your colors are, dressing colors
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Parent.
or they do what we do. You know, you go get a big house and the car and all that. You feel me? You got these fucking insects that are birds that'll build a nice ass. The male bird will go and build a nice ass nest. You feel me? And the female will choose them upon which type of nest they built. But all the characteristics that you see these animals and these insects doing, we do the same thing. We go and buy a car, put rims on it, try to have a gang of money in order so we can meet a female and we can breed. And the reason we breed in order to make more humans so we can keep the thing going. But the insects, they're smart to the point to where they don't do all these other things. They just do what they do and they breed in order to keep their life going. And like it was
And
crazy, bro, because it was almost like a psychedelic experience. Like on psychedelics, when you go into a psychedelic experience and you see yourself as your grandfather or your great grandfather. It was like that. That's what it felt like to me when I watched these things.
for me, it's like seeing. It's similar to that. Like, what is the force that causes things to evolve in the first place? Like how we think we just alone in nature, like we people, but yet we say like the animals, they know how the other species are there so they can use their recycled material to build their homes or stuff like that. Like we are doing that so much when we realize that all together,
Yeah.
like are where our ideas are coming from. Because like
Yeah.
even like scientists or an architect, they got their stuff from looking at how bugs built their caverns
Exactly.
like that.
Spiders built they spider webs and different things, but it's crazy, right? Because we got the thought and the notion going, okay, if I eat this animal too many times, it's not gonna exist no more. Bugs and other animals don't think like that. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have those type of thoughts. They will fucking like a spider will kill 1,000 flies, 100 flies in one day like it's nothing because it knows that it has to feed its babies. It has to prepare for dropping these eggs in order to continue the life going. But
Yeah.
we developed all these different thoughts and these different ideas and these different beliefs.
That's what people were saying about the water in LA and stuff. They were saying that it could have been so much water in the reserves and stuff, but they wanted to save some fish or something like that, so they didn't put the project into full effect like it could have been. And everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like it's people there, like we gotta go, we gotta get the water." But other
Yeah.
people like, "No, we gotta protect these fish, like they won't exist anymore and stuff like that."
Yeah, you gonna see them the mouse, the fucking The moles and different ones, bro, they eat their body weight in insects a day. Like these motherfuckers eating like 500 insects a day, knocking them off. You feel me? All day, praying mantis. It don't matter. This is what they doing, and then but when we do it and we see ourselves do it, we turn it into something bad, but we don't know. This is the cycle of life.
I love those.
Everything that lives take in something else in order to keep the life going.
I love those nature shows, but they dub it over with like someone talking.
Oh yeah, that's the part I hate. That's the part I hate because the animals be
The funny ones,
sometimes yeah. Sometimes the animals be doing something totally different than what they saying.
You ever
Well,
see
yeah.
that Australian guy? He narrates animals. He's from Aussie. He's got a hardcore Aussie accent. He's capitalized a lot on it. He's been to North America and stuff, but there's animals that are just doing regular things. Could be a pigeon, a squirrel, a water buffalo, lion, zebra, but he
Yeah.
narrates it, man. It's like what Snoop Dogg did. Remember when Snoop Dogg on his show narrated the animals? It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
So
Aussie
funny.
guy was the dude who started that shit from YouTube back
Hey,
in the day. It's funny.
it's wild because when you start to pay attention, you see, everything that's living this life is like a symbiotic relationship that everything has as it's going. Like that's why when certain bees or other insects or birds go and they eat from certain flowers, the flowers attach pollen to the birds, and then it go and pollinize all the other plants in order to keep the shit going. Like
And the
it's
plants know that too. So they
yes,
have certain colors and certain pheromones and stuff to attract the bees and the birds.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
mostly,
over time,
mostly the
things
insects.
have evolved because it was one insect that can see all the different colors at nighttime.
Oh
Like even
shit!
at night, it can see at night and it can tell all the colors. But it was crazy because when they go into this one flower, the flower will attach these two pods to it
Yeah.
in order so it can go and fertilize the other plants. Like this is the way of the plants basically mating in order to keep the cycle going. And it's like, fuck, bro, that shit is trippy as shit. It's just trippy.
That thoughts behind what they're doing. Like it's some process behind what they're doing, even if it's not a thought like how we think thoughts are thought about.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, they have a whole little thing like the ants and all of them, like to where the ants will have the female be a queen and she'll eat the whole pack. And then once she get ready to die, that's when she will lay eggs that she will know will be other queens. She won't the whole time while she's laying eggs, they'll just be workers. And then when she knows she's about to die, she'll lay some queens. And some of those queens will go off and make other colonies, and then you'll have one that'll stay there and run that colony. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like that should be trippy as shit to me now that I'm watching it. I'm going, it's all coming together and it makes sense because I see us doing it. And, I don't think we correlated because we try to put ourselves above the insects and the animals. But everything that we learn, like, yeah, that's that video I just made. That's why I made that other video where the dude said, if you had a human child that was raised by wolves or porpoises, it would act like a porpoise. It wouldn't act like a human, despite the genetics.
Tarzan
Yeah.
like talking switch to the apes and all this.
Yeah. Yeah, which we seen that happen in so many ways. We seen kids get kidnapped, right, at like 5 years old, and then they go off with another family that actually, like a lady or whatever, a dude or whatever, kidnapped them, and then that kidnapper will start teaching them their ways and teaching them that they're the parent. The other ones weren't, to where they will live with that parent for 20 years and then find out that they got their real parent, and then they'll be distant from their real parent and still stay connected with the fake parent, even though they found out who their real parent was.
Yep, those emotional ties. and trying to be like see other people as sources of power or something of mystery.
Yeah, that
Like,
shit is crazy. What if this world only exists for you? It, but I think that's a part of it. Justin Boyle just said, just high. He said, "What if this world only exists for you?" And that's a part of it. It does.
the Justin Boyle show.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I feel like it do
But,
for every
but just like
individual.
branches off so much, like how you got the main character, a story, and then a little side character will have a whole main story. So I think it's not like the us that wave our hands, but whatever is that thing that's also making things evolve and move the way they do in nature and
Yeah, like
stuff
the
like
one
that.
that's the one that's actually looking at life is the one that's the main character. Like you are the main character in Just Ty's story. Justin Boyle is the main character in Justin Boyle's story. He can look at other people. He can look at Just Ty and make Just Ty the main character, but the whole time the main character is saying that the other person is the main character, but they're the main character at like period, because it's their story. Like my story, I'm the main character in my story. I realized that, and I said, "Shit, I'm gonna be the main character." Now I might let somebody else take the play sometimes, but still though, in my story, I'm going to be the main character. I said, and I'm not in like over time. I said I'm not making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm not making excuses for anybody else that I can't make for myself. You feel me? I done made so many excuses for myself over time that I said I can't make excuses for nobody else. You know, the excuses I can't make for myself. If I can't make excuses for me, how can I make excuses for you? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, life is going. Life ain't stopping. It's gonna be a trillion people come in this life, and they're gonna look at it in their own way. They're gonna believe in Jesus. They're gonna believe in Allah. They're gonna believe in Buddha. They're gonna believe in all these different things. All these different things. Not knowing that even though these things might be true, you are the creator of your shit as you're going. As you're going, you the one that's choosing this is the right way to go. That's the right way to go. And you making your choices based on what you learned over time from the people that you were around. From the people that you learned from the people that you put into play and said was the shit or was the teacher. And I said, God damn, I said, man, all this time, like, bro, like, come on now. So all I say is choose your teachers wisely. Choose your teachers wisely, because if you don't, then you're going to find a teacher and you're going to follow that teacher that you're going to make as your teacher, and they're going to lead you in the wrong direction. So make sure you make your choices wisely, because everything is like, this shit is like chess. Everybody you put into play, they're going to play the part that you said they was going to play. I don't give a fuck if you said Steven Seagal was God. To you, Steven Seagal is going to be God, period. Because the God that actually exists to me is within you. It never was outside of you. It was always within you.
It's the God in me. It's the God. That church song. That was the only one that got it right.
We are on. He said, "How can people say that we are on Earth to learn when babies die? There's no lesson for that." Yeah, yeah. I was. Hey, that's one that I was. I've been diving deep into lately. Justin, is the fact that because like every time I do something that I'm supposed to do, somebody say, "Oh, God is blessing you. God is doing this for you. God is working with you." And then I see an earthquake. I just seen that earthquake happen over there, and I forgot where that place is, but it's somewhere over by China or something. And like 1,000 people passed away from that earthquake. And I'm going, I'd rather give them people the blessings. I don't want them because I'm okay. I don't want the blessings. If I gotta have all the blessings and all these people over here gotta suffer because they don't understand or they don't know what's going on, I do not want them. Give them to them. Let everybody else that actually need the blessings, because why would God bless me to live to see 50 but turn around and take this person's life at 2 years old, at 1 years old, at 17, at 18, at 19? Like, it doesn't make sense. But that's
Because they didn't read that one line in Leviticus 6:66.
what did it say?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, I was about to say. 'Cause
That's just how it is. They said they try to say like, oh, they didn't read this and that's why they're not saved. Because I used to ask that question growing up to the pastor and everybody. Like, what about the people in Africa? Like, what about the people that never read the Bible? Like, why they
Yeah.
just gotta go straight to hell? What kind of sense does that make? Well, God's graces go around. What about the aliens? What they got
What
to
about-
do with Earth and all?
What about animals? You know, like billions of chickens die every single day. Just to eat us. It's crazy.
Yeah, every day. At billions, hella chickens die every day, B.
I mean, one right now.
Man, me too. I was about to go put one in the fryer. But that's the thing I think we don't pay attention to. And like, but it makes sense, because once you believe in that entity that exists in you, you can put it outside or on the inside. Like when David went to go and fight that giant, he believed that he can conquer it. That's why I was saying the stories don't gotta be true. It's what the story is saying. Once
The
you
fact that
have
a rock can kill a giant.
yeah, once you have that belief, that makes it possible. And I think that's what Mac Dre said in his song. He said, anything is possible, but nothing is for sure. Because he could have went and got killed by that giant also. But he believed, so he went and he did it. He took the chance and he overcome that chance that he took. And a lot of times we don't do that, bro. Because I don't know. Like our stories was, yeah, the stories was already made. It's crazy because like when you think about it, the stories was already made. Every story that everybody's living, it's already been lived. It was already here. It was already existing. So everything that you made, it came from somewhere else that already happened already. That's why we're living the same stories over and over again. But being that you come into the body with no memory, you don't know this. You don't remember. You don't remember. You don't.
You have to recollect the members that make up you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You may not
and
remember.
That's what history.
Let the lady speak.
You may not remember everything in your life, but you never forget feelings and specific feelings, specific situation, like specific feelings in different situations. And I know that there's no feelings, but like there's very specific types of different feelings, and you forget those. You're experiencing a new situation. You're like, I felt this before. It's because you have experienced it. You just don't remember.
That's the one thing that we're looping is the feelings. Like every psychedelic experience, I said this over and over again. How did you feel? What were you feeling? It didn't matter. I don't give a fuck what you saw or what you seen. What was you feeling? Was the feeling that you got? Because that's the one thing we're looping. We're looping the feelings over and over again. Because we either want to feel good or we gonna feel bad.
Hello, fellow racists.
You're in the captain
What's
seat.
up with it?
Captainship. Like imagine.
What's good?
He's on shrooms, by the way.
Oh, you on shrooms
I'm
right
racist. I fucking hate NASCAR, bro. Fucking hate NASCAR.
Then I got
love NASCAR.
Then I must be. I must be with you because I
am the
never.
apex predator to a Bud Light.
Bro, that laugh is so funny.
Because he came in being real from the jump. I'm just saying. He came in. I hate NASCAR, bro. You feel me on some real shit,
Motherfucker. I'm the whitest cholo you'll ever meet. I'm color of bleached flour.
Hey, but
Also,
you
I'm
off?
not Mexican.
You took some mushrooms though. Tell me you off shrooms. You gotta be. It gotta be only like 2 grams.
I'm esoteric right now. No, I took I have to think, because they come in like packets of 2, and they're like 500 gummies for the 2, so they're like 250 a piece. I took
Yeah.
I bought, hang on, they're $5 a piece. I bought $80 worth. Do the math.
Ooh wee.
I ate them all.
Okay. You ain't got no visuals
It
yet?
is no, it was 2 p.m. when I ate them. It is now 1:26. I have achieved ascendancy. I am beyond the ethereal plane. I am omniscient.
I can dig that. So
Peter, the
There and
horse
back.
is here.
So how was your girlfriend's trip?
Huh?
How was your girlfriend's trip?
Oh, she hasn't came up yet. She's not gonna come up until
What? Dude,
May 6th.
whole time. Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm
god.
sorry about that, because she's fucking horrible at wording shit, and I went, oh, she's coming up right now, and I
Hello
was so
Kitty
stoned when I
backpack.
said that, I went into like
You need to send
a
that to
fucking
me.
panic attack.
Lol, you go into a panic attack when you know your girlfriend's
Yes.
coming. That's
Well,
so fun.
no, it was a panic attack of I don't have enough money right now, and I went and worked 80 hours
That's a creator look
in a
like a
week.
straight Jamaican.
I made fucking bank. I was the bakery, and I pumped out that fucking bread, and then today I spent it all.
Oh my god. Robert!
So the cycle repeats.
You know
I
when she
need
comes back,
Adderall.
you're gonna have to do that again.
I'm thinking of selling my plasma and buying a bottle of Bailey's right afterwards.
I
That's the
thought you were
truth.
gonna say I'm thinking of selling my body.
No, I thought, like, Randy, you prostituting yourself for a cheeseburger again? Man's gotta eat.
I think someone is named Randy in here.
Well, he said he
Man's
was
gotta
with
fucking eat.
Randy. I'm just saying.
When Mr. Leahy said the liquor speaks to me, I've never felt something so true. I feel like I want to mention, whenever I take shrooms, I straight up have a schizophrenic episode because I get so disconnected from reality. I start looking at shit in such a weird perspective. And I've come to the conclusion that most people are genuinely NPCs. Like, they don't exist. There's no way they exist, like, outside of the corporeal realm of my vision and my immediate interactionary, like,
Yeah.
situation.
So
Yeah, but don't prostitute yourself for alcohol though. That's not.
yeah. So what's
That's
an
not good.
NPC though? What's an NPC?
A non-playable character, a not real person, like a fucking lines of code in a video game, like someone who repeats 4 lines. That's all they're known for.
That's what I'm known for
But
repeating lines.
that would make everybody an NPC. Because you can't repeat
No, not
anything that you
necessarily.
don't know. All you can repeat is everything you do is repeat. Is on repeat.
We're
Because
all just
everything.
PCs. It's
Yeah.
your world, man. We're just PCs.
Nobody
So,
really thinks.
like, unless somebody somebody that's saying some new shit today.
I've been saying new shit since the old times, gang.
I was thinking about, like, when I
It's all
went
me.
out to buy those shrooms on the way back, it was something I was thinking about, like, the whole time I was tripping. Was this dude in fucking Wendy's? It was this, like, 30-year-old African American gentleman from the hood, and dude speaking like Uncle Ruckus to a 17-year-old kid with pizza face. And he goes between "you're gay," calling him goofy, and saying "you can't cook a fucking burger for shit," and then walked out, and then immediately starts insulting the next person in the middle of the fucking street. And I just come to the conclusion, like, is this man, like, perpetually has he been crashing out his whole life, or am I witnessing a mental
Nah,
breakdown, or is this person not real? Like,
nah,
and I've
you
come to the
got
conclusion he's not real. Like, he's gonna walk down the street, he's gonna disappear. I'm never gonna see him again. He wasn't real. He
But
didn't grow up and have a life. He
but when you
existed in
think
that
about
Wendy's
it,
purely for my entertainment.
exactly. Bro, I hate that because when I was off shrooms and I went to the store and I see some crazy shit happen at the store, I said, "Damn!" I said, "This shit just happened just for me to observe, to be the observer, and for me to see it and go, what the fuck." But
Schrodinger's box, man, the cat was not alive or dead until I viewed upon it. And that motherfucker was insulting that dude, call him a goofy bitch for not being able to cook a burger.
But when you think about it, like, we are the shroom NPCs. We are the psychedelic NPCs.
No, genuinely, this was a big, like, random revelation that I had that literally made zero sense. But I'm sitting there and I went, oh my God, what if eating shrooms are actually like the high you get from it is a message from the earth from eating it. And it's like telling you to get in touch with nature. And it's like how grass clippings let off that smell when you cut them to let other grass clippings know they're in danger, even though they're not able to sense smell. It's like you eat the shroom and then it tells you to love the earth, bro, because you just ate one of its children.
No, that's some real shit, because when the aphids eat the plants, they let off the pheromone, and when the ladybugs smell the pheromone, they know that they're being attacked by the aphids, and the ladybugs come and eat the aphids. So, yeah,
and then they
I get what you're saying. That's fucking crazy.
But how much is the mushroom feelings? Are they revealing reality, or are they just giving you what you need to hear at that moment for like a lesson? Because, like, you know, it's like you were talking about NPCs. It's like, are they actually NPCs, or is that what the mushroom's trying to let you feel and experience to learn something about how through a different perspective, you know?
Yeah.
No, it gave me the revelation basically of I'm a racehorse with the blinders on that can't let me look behind myself, and I'm running in this horse race, and I started thinking about like ancient Romans and Victorians and Greeks and shit and how they live and how history is like this rapidly escalating thing where our lives are considered like so beyond luxurious to a medieval peasant that it's actually unbelievable, even blasphemous.
Oh yeah, and then God for toilets.
I kind of curled into a ball for like 15 minutes, and then I came to the conclusion that it was like a curtain revealing shit, and it was kind of like watching a light show, going, "Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a lot to think about. Let me shove that in a compartment in the back of my head. Never think about it again because it will cause a reality break."
Yeah, that's wild,
but should reality break?
Yeah.
Whoa, snap back to reality. Oh, there go gravity. Okay.
That was just the Eminem in this dimension, though, that said that.
Eminemony.
The Eminemony. The Eminemony.
The Eminemony anomaly.
See, this is the part I hate about this shit, right? Is that why would everybody here on this channel say something? How the fuck we all understand what the fuck we talking about?
Because nobody
calls it evolution.
Because we speak English. We have a common communication platform. Yo habla español, muchacho, mi cariño.
No.
Sí.
Y trates de empezar a hablar español porque nadie te va a entender.
No.
No speak Spanglish. No speak Spanglish.
So if you start speaking Spanglish, my fiance
bonjour, ça va bien.
Like a fucking cholo.
Oh, what's the name? You about to get married? When you gonna get married?
Some point. I said that so fucking nasally.
It's complicated.
Some point, probably.
Probably when I come down off these shrooms.
I never knew in like all of my 25 years of existence, which fun fact, less than 22 hours I'll be 26, which I hate thinking about that. That fucking one song La Cucaracha, like the fucking Mexican song. It's about a fucking cockroach who dies because the motherfucker can't smoke weed.
What? I didn't know that.
Literally, that's what the song is. The song literally goes, the cockroach, he can't walk anymore because he needs marijuana to smoke. Marijuana que fumar.
I never knew that shit.
Golden.
And
Hey,
he
the
was
whole time.
buried between 4 Zipoltes and a fucking mouse from San Cristo. What does that have to do with anything? Don't know.
Don't know. But it makes
Cockroaches
sense
are.
though. It makes sense. George, when I was locked up, all we used to watch was Caliente.
I wish I knew what that was.
You don't what?
Am I not
What?
Mexican enough?
You're not Mexican
Anna, your
enough
camera
if you don't
froze.
know what
Bro,
Caliente
I'm-
is.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only white guy in existence who unironically listens to Jose Jose.
If you don't listen to Peso Pluma, you're not Mexican.
I listen to Chelino Sanchez.
You're American Mexican. You're Mexican American.
You ever heard of the Buena
Okay, how
Vista Social Club?
about the Campanche show?
That sounds too Mexican for me to know, like Caliente. So that's
I was
probably
gonna say that's like something your Mexican dad would listen to, depressed, drinking a Modelo on the back porch after 2 hours at the construction job overtime.
Check it out, check it out. De alto
They
cedro
lost
voy para
watt in the
Marcané.
cement mixer.
Diego Cueto voy para Mayari.
That's
Can I
crazy.
hear?
That's crazy. I grew up. I grew up around Mexicans all my life. They the ones who taught me how to steal cars. I'm just saying. When I was
I'm gonna tell you
younger.
something. Like, as a white dude who I grew up in the Heights in Jersey City, so it was
Oh,
a
in
mix
Jersey?
between Indian City and the hood. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I don't understand how people can be racist towards Mexicans when they quite literally build everything around you for a quarter of the price, triple the quality, super friendly, super nice. When I go to work, most of the white dudes, black dudes I work with, kind of assholes. I'll walk up to some of the Hispanic guys. They don't even know 2 words of English. They come up, oh, Primo, ¿cómo estás? How you doing? Te extraño. Like, fucking say, I miss you, bro. How you doing and shit? What's up? And it's
Nah,
just
that's
like, damn, I feel like
that's why I
cut
hate
up
it.
for-
Like I hate it when all the shit went on because like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Once I moved to San Diego, like when I go over by the border, that's where you get your best shit at. Like all the Spanish people from Mexico, bro. They was able to cross the border, bring shit over, or you can just cross the border
They
yourself and
got
go
the
over there and buy
best
shit.
drugs, the hardest workers, the hottest women. You get yourself like a Mexican homeboy. He's your
We'll
friend for
start
life.
that.
He's gonna be taking you over to his mom's for fucking tacos, bro.
Yeah, you gotta look up Little China in
Little
Tijuana.
China.
Chinatown in Tijuana.
Bro, I
That's
went to
the
Mexico.
play.
We went to a Chinese restaurant, and it hit, like, I got hit with culture shock so hard looking at a Chinese family speaking in a Chinese accent, bad Spanish, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the same no matter where you go. Because I was watching like this guy who travels the world, and he went to fucking Russia. Same thing. Chinese family speaking bad Russian with a thick Chinese accent, serving the same Chinese food that like I could get down my street. And it's
Yeah.
like, bro, the culture shock is real.
No, it is.
Years I feel like
It is because when you go to Tijuana, boy, them tacos on the street. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know what that big ass piece of meat looked like. A fucking leg of meat on the goddamn stick.
Oh, the shawarma.
I
forget
don't
what it's
know
called.
what the
It
fuck
has a
that shit
name to
is,
it.
but that shit be good to the
Hold up.
motherfucker.
Have y'all seen those like fucked up videos of like whole like goat heads and shit? And like it's like some
It's called cariña.
Is that
And
what
he's
it's
just,
called,
like,
Codinha?
and he's
Mhm.
just
Carnita.
talking about it, and he takes a bite out of the head, shows like and then he puts it to the camera, his bite, like
Damn.
putting up the goat head, the bait
I'm
or
not
whatever.
eating no damn goat head. I only ate goat once in my life,
Like, dude,
I've eaten goat a couple times.
but
Yeah, lamb tastes
But it's
good.
kind of crazy because when you like before they fucked the border up, like that was the thing in San Diego. Everybody go to Tijuana and go and party in Tijuana because in
Oh, yeah.
Tijuana you don't gotta be. You can be like fucking 16 and drink in Tijuana. So
It
like
makes me
everybody
sad,
crossed
bro.
that
Like
border.
the culture of America, like people don't talk to each other. Kind of like just dig their face in their phones. I sound like a 40-year-old
Camilo
Karen saying this,
Alvarez.
but I'm so genuine. Like I'll be meeting people. I remember when I lived in Jersey City, I had an Egyptian friend, And I went over to his house many times. Bro invited me over for food all the time and tea because that was like their thing for friendship. And fucking bro is feeding me, literally feeding me, because apparently that's what they do in Egypt. Like when you're best friends with someone, you just feed bro.
I think
Just
I
make
think
sure
we
you
kind
wash
of
his
do that because
fucking
like
hands.
when I was young, that's what my Mexican neighbors used to do. They used to feed us every
Oh, yeah, I'm
goddamn
talking about
day.
Egyptians.
Yeah, Egyptians. Out here, it's a lot of Chaldeans
Yeah, like
and shit like that.
I don't think Mexicans
They
do that. Like, I don't
assholes.
know. I've never had a Mexican friend like fucking roll up a taco and literally shove it in my mouth for me, because that's what they do over in Egypt. They literally feed you almost like a romantic dinner date. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Hell
And they
yeah.
eat with like this flat bread, and it's fucking delicious. Like
That's
super
how the
delicious. They
but
don't
that's
eat with
how it
forks
is
or
with
anything.
the well, that's how it is with the Mexicans. I don't know. That's bro. It's kind of
But
weird
Mexicans don't,
because
yeah,
when
because
you
they got
think of
fucking they
when you
got
talk about
taquitos.
races, you can't speak for like the whole entire race because all of them be different.
No, no.
Like you can
Exactly.
speak for certain
General though, like
ones,
that's
It's like
true.
your experience with them.
yeah, with certain ones. But Justin always asking. He said, ask the panel. Cause we on YouTube, y'all. So if you didn't know, bro, we on YouTube. He said, ask the panel if they believe in the afterlife.
Okay, yes. Can I go first?
Yeah.
All right.
Like
So
your YouTube channel, like, do you do podcasts or is it like actual videos where you're talking and shit? Because
We
I'm a video
podcasting.
editor. If you ever needed one,
Oh yeah, yeah.
podcast.
You gotta hit me up then. We podcasting right now on YouTube.
Oh,
so
nice. I mean, you could just look at it in my channel. I'm not gonna sit here and shamelessly self plug, especially if you're
Yeah,
live.
share. Just before George say his thing, just share it right here in the general. Share your channel in the
All
general
right.
so I can go and look at it, and other people can look at it, so I can go check it out,
It's
and I can be able to hit you up.
it's right in my
Matter of fact,
profile too.
I'm gonna send you a friend request.
But it's not for everybody. It's like if you're edgy and depressed, possibly.
But come
that
on,
sounds like
okay,
it's for
we
me.
ready, George. We ready, George. Is there afterlife?
All right, guys. All right. So how come no one ever asked, is there a before death?
Oh,
Let's
damn.
start there.
Because this
No,
is the afterlife.
that's kind of what I was talking about.
Damn,
Like you
that's a
go
good
back to the like where you like are like the it's not the beginning. It's not even the end. It's just the default, like the fuck, I don't like
All
you
that
don't know what I mean.
DMT.
That DMT.
Yeah.
But the afterlife, see, the thing is, we come in here. This is the life, right? This is life. You can look around, you're living life, obviously, right? So when life started for you, you were already alive, all right? Then everyone told you there's this thing called death. That sounds like I was like, oh shit. But then you see it happen to people, right? But then like as people start to die, you start kind of like thinking about the people that died. Well, they died and supposedly are no longer here. Why are you still able to think of someone that's not here?
Damn.
Because memories are formed through the past of present experiences
All right,
and the
so if it's a
refiring of
memory,
those neurons.
so if it's a memory and it stays there, right? I was like, what
Hmm.
was the point of your brain implying and actually burning that into your brain and keeping it there? Because your brain is based off of instinct and survival, and then what you know
Well,
to
those
be true.
memories were made while that person was alive. And in that
So,
moment in your memory, they're alive. Like, for example, I don't know, my grandmother making a couple jokes or cooking me a dinner for me before she passed away. It's like those memories are always going to be there, even though she's long gone. And it's
exactly, but
because
how do you make memories? How did you learn to make memories?
no one knows how to make memories. It's just your brain happens to like a certain thing, and it gets stored inside of a neuron. And every time a
Oh, yeah.
synapse or electrical
Okay, so if it
pulse
gets
goes
stored
through
inside
it,
of a
you remember
neuron,
it again.
that sounds like neurons are basically just little things looking for the things they
Your
like.
brain is a very antique and Gnostic version of a hard drive.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Or
trying to tell
more
you.
like an STD because there's no moving parts, but still.
So the if you think about the afterlife in a sense, all right, if I look into your pupils and your pupils are black holes basically, right? And then
Uh-huh.
I'm like I recognize what's it called, the look on, like through your eyes and the look on your face. Well, if I'm able to recognize something in your eyes beyond what you have yet to tell me, et cetera, that means that there is a form that, what's it called, that I have in me that can recognize the form in you. So that means that there's something that is shared upon, like overall in a divinely sense. Like if you think
Now that's
about
true, but
fashion.
pause for 1 second. Like your perception is a assumption based whether or not it's on in reality or in your imagination by looking at someone. Without true fact, it's literally perception, and perception can be anything.
Exactly. Like the neuron can pick up anything that is going to go
Yeah,
in there, like you were
and
telling me.
it's your brain and how it's all how you perceive it. Where it can be reality, where you're looking at someone, you can sense when they're lying or when there's something going through their head. But it also again could be all in your head. You're not
Okay, but when
telepathic.
you make
People
when
are
you make
capable of lying.
product out of factory, it gets sent out to get in the store. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So once it goes out to the store, somebody goes through that store, and God has things in stores for you, right? So you go by and you pay your attention. Then you're like, okay, you see what the fuck I'm saying? And then so then that person is like, this fits my style, this is my vibe, and it's at the end of the day, it's fashion, who you are, how you fashion yourself, how you address people. The home you live at is your address. Make me go on, please.
Go on. I want
I
to
was
just hear
losing.
y'all talk and go back and forth.
So, so what I'm saying
Y'all doing
is
good.
the afterlife is basically just like is what people don't want to say about death, because like in people, in reality there's things that people deny and shit, right? So instead of saying like I'm gonna die, you feel me, they're like there's an afterlife. And it's like, well yeah, you was right at the first time when you said you was gonna die. Now that you said that's an afterlife, you're starting to fashion the truth with something, the way a naked person would start to put clothes on.
Yeah. But even when you say
That's true,
afterlife,
but it's also agnostic and very depressing to think that it's literally like the end of the fucking
but
Sopranos, where I don't know if like any of you know what the end of Sopranos is. Dude sits down, he goes to, like with his family and shit in the diner, he's chilling, and he looks up, and that's the end of the movie. No, no flash, no light show, literally nothing. And the whole reason it ends like that is because way earlier, Tony says, "When I die, I just want it to be nothing.
darkness,
No lights,
the
no
best
flash,
thing ever.
just nothing."
The
That
And
best
the
doesn't
thing
thing
mean
is,
ever.
that's terrifying. No matter
It,
how you cover
but
it,
it
you can
can't.
say, "Oh, it's comforting."
But think about that though. It can't be terrifying. Like even when you say afterlife, right? Don't that just mean
It's
that there's a
terrifying to you
life
right now while you're
after
alive.
life?
Once you're dead, it's nothing. It's meaningless because
But
again,
it's
it's
that's just the
nothing.
death of the
There is no
body.
nothing.
That's just the death
have,
of the body. That don't mean that it's not nothing after it. We just
that's why the
know that the
Yes,
spider.
body
there's the death of
dies.
the body, mind, and soul, and the body is the body. The mind goes through a fucking DMT trip. I'm pretty sure we all know this, so I'm not even gonna go into that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, brain produces ridiculous amount of DMT, which exists in all beings. By the way, it's people believe now it is what stimulates your consciousness and your ability to perceive your being, because we produce more in our brains than any other animal. Fun fact. Um,
It's the
so the stone date theory
afterlife.
might be correct, but afterlife, there's death of the body, mind, and soul, and of course that's depending on if you're agnostic, atheist, whatever you believe in. Me myself, I'm Christian. I
So
take comfort in there being an afterlife. If there isn't, oh well, I'm wrong. But I'm gonna believe that there is, because I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh yeah, it's nothing. We're all gonna die, Morty. It's Rick and Morty time, dude. Oh, depression,
but everybody but
sadness.
that's the truth
You
also. I think all of them is the
Yes,
truth.
but no one wants to face that.
I think
exactly
all
all.
of them is the truth because no, you're right. Nobody wants to face it, but it happens to everybody. So can't nobody dodge that right
And
there.
I think even the thoughts that we think, like nobody wants to think it. That means that somebody can want to think it too.
Me.
Of course,
Yeah, and
everyone has
as the thoughts
suicidal
die, they
ideation.
change. They what do they do? The thoughts and the ideas they evolve. They change the same as everything else does.
Yep.
But I think
Change.
I can think of a few examples.
let's hear it.
I was just saying, like, change, man, like, million things that are constant and change. Like, I'm about to be 26. When I was 16, I genuinely thought, hey, yo, communism, great fucking idea. Capitalism sucks. Communism, great. Stalin, good guy. I love his mustache, by the way. Still to this day, but fucking great guy. Dude can cook up some goulash, shitting and pissing himself because everyone was too scared to touch him or send in a doctor. Fucking yeah, great
Damn.
guy. Communism, great. Argued with my dad, drunk as fuck when I was 19 over it, to the point where he threw a shoe at me. And fucking took me like 10 years to realize, yeah, awful. Fucking awful. Constant failure. History tends to repeat it. Famine, death, bajillions die, billions must perish.
And that's the thing. I think we all had these sort of beliefs because they were all
Mhm.
passed down. They're not things that we created. They were shit that was already here before we
No,
got here.
and they're instilled in some truth. Like, I don't know, that it's difference between being a certain race and having a quote unquote hood mentality, where people who grow up in and grow up stealing and you know, selling drugs and shit like that, it doesn't matter what fucking race you are, you're not a very upstanding citizen, and you're gonna have a rap sheet or some shit like that, and you're making up that population. It's just, unfortunately, it happens to be a vast majority of this secular group.
But the
which has been pushed
doctors
into that
is selling.
anyways.
The doctors is selling drugs.
Oh
The
yeah,
same
Xanax
drugs
by the
you can
pop,
get
$2.
hooked on, and they're not looked at as bad people.
Oxycontin was originally advertised as safe and non-addictive for pregnant mothers.
Yeah, but they not getting looked at as being bad, so it's an agenda
Hell no.
that everybody's not paying attention to that's going on. And the agenda been happening since ancient times. It's not nothing new.
Yes, we know.
We just accept it and we go, okay, because like, and it's weird how you don't have a choice but to accept it because it's what you was given from the jump. If you're given something from the jump and it's what you taught and it's what you learned because that's the only thing you know, then you can't look at the other things. You're going to try
You know
to
what's
follow that
crazy?
same thing.
I just thought of something else while I was tripping earlier. I also had the realization of, like, why are people not barbaric and just straight up murdering each other and being hedonistic fucks, such as like your kind of like your primordial instincts and your brain kind of tell you to do, like goon and shit.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh yeah, religion. Holy shit. Religion is actually the reason why world is today. Because
That's why.
basically dude in Sky said, don't be a dick.
That's what I said. Bro, that is hella funny because the psychedelic showed me the same thing. This is why those things exist. In order to what? Keep us safe from ourselves. To save you from you.
Basically.
I had to put something above you in order so I could save you from yourself.
It could be very
everybody
true
else.
that
Religion
Moses
showed
straight up
you
walked
that-
up on a mountain,
I think that is
wrote down
still
a bunch of
based off
shit
of-
while thinking to himself for 40 days, and then just walked back down and went, yeah, guys, don't fuck your neighbor, don't steal, don't kill. That could have happened, but hell, they fucking listen. And now I can go get a Wendy's Big Mac and not get stabbed at the door while I tip the guy 20 cents to his fucking face.
Yeah.
Hey, true.
What's
But as
up,
the
Eric?
world is though, like even some people that push religion on the bigger scales, not just talking about humans, period, but like it's some people bombing other people right now.
Yeah.
Religion.
Oh yeah, and then
Hey, I was
religion.
right
I,
now,
like I
actually,
like I was tripping off the one dude that was a serial killer and shit, and when the police called him, the way he was taking out the people that
Not
he was
saying
taking out, they
Amazing Grace.
they said his hands was made, they looked like they was made to strangle people.
It just makes me think of the SpongeBob skit, the fucking strangling dude.
Yeah, the Strangler, the Boston Strangler or whatever.
Hey, true. Check this out, because this particular saying that I say, I notice that when I say it, I vibrate to a higher. You know when you talk about that one thing,
Yeah.
that all is one. Now check this out. When I say this particular word, I vibrate to it till I get to that immediate top, to that immediate, because it was I was asking, because these things, all these things, are everything exists within us, right? And I was asking them about my pineal gland, and they said it's always open. I asked them, "Is my pineal gland is open?" They said, "Yeah." That's why
Yeah.
I could do the things that I can do. But
Yeah.
check this out. Check this out though. When I say this particular word, it's like the
Say the
frequency.
word.
No,
Say the
I ain't
line,
saying it
Bart.
because if I say it, I'm gonna start vibrating to that immediate, and everything's gonna start. The phone's gonna start. What you call it again? I'm not gonna be able to hear you
Freaky
guys.
static is gonna start
Everything's
going.
gonna be clocking out. I'm not gonna be able to hear you guys because of this particular word I'm saying. So
Yeah.
when I say it, everything's gonna. I'm not gonna hear you guys. The phone is gonna be like something
Glitching.
like that.
I have
I'm
something
not gonna
for
be.
you. Why don't you think of an
Oh, oh,
opposite word that makes you
oh,
focus?
okay, but check this out here real quick. Check this out here real quick. When I say this particular word, I vibrate to that to that main top or something.
That frequency.
Yeah, to that
Abracadabra.
frequency, and it's like
Abracadabra,
it,
B.
yeah, but it's like all in all, like you talk about. And then when I feel with that light and everything, but see but hey, remember that? Okay, you know what? I died. I actually died. I actually died. I'm not the same person no more. But I actually died. That's why, I can communicate with
Ego
everything that there is. I had
I
actually
think that
died.
that's weird because like that's one
Mhm.
thing that I was learning going through time. Like we think like we're dying, but we're always dying because every
When you
the
die on a psychedelic trip, they call it an ego death.
yeah, they call it the ego
No,
death, but I'm just saying
but
like
check this
when
out.
you
But check
pass,
this.
when you die,
Uh-huh.
you got to understand you got the 1 year old you got the 2 year
Yep.
old you got the 3 year old all the way up until now. Till now, to where
Exactly.
every time that old aspect of you died off, the new one began
hmm
to live. But
Begin.
you didn't
Exactly.
understand that those old ones are living also because they're all a part
Yeah.
of this. That's why I say like everything over time, everybody that lived before us, they're still living right now. They're still in reality. It don't seem like that because we can't see it, but they're still
They
existing
dare.
within everybody else because we're still
I don't
pushing
like
their
that thought.
narratives and their emotions.
That
Yeah.
would be
But see,
quintillions of
but check
souls
this out
That
though.
would,
But
screaming.
check this
you
out.
said that'll be what?
Oh, but hey, true. Hey, but check this
Quintillions of
out.
souls.
Yeah, but you got like you right now, right, bro? Like you. You don't think that aspect of the ones that before you, like your ancestors, like your grandfather and your great grandfather, you don't think they
Yeah, but if you
exist
think
within you?
about it, because of the exponential growth of humankind, that's like 100 trillion fucking people that
D-
existed before time even was a
Dur.
concept.
You know how they said there's nothing new under the sun? Like
Yeah,
today,
Maybe
we
that's what
we we
TV
make
static is.
we make everything today different than what it was before, but there's nothing happening today that didn't happen in Egypt
It's
and that wasn't
always
happening
changing.
in ancient Egypt.
Oh yeah, history repeats itself over and over and
Over
over
and
again.
over. Even though that's
That's
like
Because
true.
no one
a
studies
picture.
from it.
That's like somebody drawing a picture of a lady, right? The first person that
Yeah.
drew a picture of a lady. And then somebody else came in and they drew a picture of a lady. It was still a picture of a lady, but just because it said, well, I drew a picture of her with her hand up, or I drew a picture with her hand down. It was still a picture of a lady. And it happened over and over and over and over again till now, to where we're taking pictures of them
See,
or whatever.
that's true. That's exactly what I'm talking about with that. Okay, that loop that we in, it's nothing but that Toyota, that what you call Taurus field. That's what that is, because it's within us, and it continue to spin around. And see, I noticed that Taurus field that everybody speak of. because that's
It's,
in us, and that's
yeah,
actually the root.
and then see, this is the thing that we got to understand also is like every time we birth a new life into it, they look at it differently. They look at
Yeah,
it
yeah.
differently. You know, even though they're looking at it through the same eyes, they have their own perception of it. Now,
Perception of it, yeah.
like me having kids, right? And I can go to my kids and I can be like, okay, I can see them doing something and I know what they're about to do. And I go, okay, don't do that. I did that before when I was your age. Don't do that. They'll go, no, I don't want to hear you. I don't like to hear you say that, Dad. You feel me? Because I want to feel like everything that I'm doing is new. Like even us, like come on now, we're talking about trillions of people that live this same life. And we think we're doing something different or something new, or the belief that we have is better than what trillions of people live. It get to you. You're one person compared to a trillion. And you actually think that you are doing it different, better, or, you know, or whatever than all these trillion people. Every trillion person that lived this life thought the same fucking thing.
That's
Everyone,
amazing.
every
That's amazing
single
because
one.
that, you know, true. That's amazing because when we talk about this life, and when you talk about you being somebody else, you're that somebody else that what we talk about dreams. Because
Yeah,
dreams is nothing. The dreams is nothing but this right here.
it's but
So
this.
when you
That's
go,
what Nabi say about going down the slide. It's like, you know, you get to the bottom of the slide, you be like, well, I held my hands up on that one. And the bottom of the slide don't give a fuck what you did on the way. You just slid down the slide. That's all you did. It didn't care how you did it. Everybody ended up in the same place. But we go, okay, just because this person made me feel special when they were talking, so this person was better than everybody else.
Say,
And who's to say when reality
Terrence.
does restart?
Yeah, Terrence.
Did it restart like 10 minutes ago?
Terrence McKenna would always say.
Terrence McKenna would say what?
I was gonna say Terrence McKenna. I remember him. He would say, "I always wanted to be the guy that figured everything out."
Yeah, yeah, and that's everybody.
We all want to figure it all out.
Exactly, that's everybody, and we're talking about a trillion people. Before they even had computers, we're talking about when we was lighting shit with sticks.
My favorite thing to do when I get home is eat sharp cheddar, eat bread, and drink sweet berry wine and watch people in knight armor fight. I'm serious. I'm dead. I feel like a fucking king.
You're supposed to, but wait, what
And
you
I don't
say,
get
my
cut
man?
bread either. I get like a fucking French loaf like this, and I sit here with a fucking bread knife, poking it, eating like a Bulgarian dad.
Man.
Maybe a fucking bell pepper too, just crunching on it.
You kind of low too, wow, man.
Cartoon Futurama.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, hey, true.
Wait, hold on. Wild Man was about to say something. Wild Man has started talking already. Go ahead, Wild Man.
Oh, my bad.
What about Futurama?
The old man, he does figure everything out, and then he gets all depressed because he's like, "Oh, there's nothing left to figure out."
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
It's like, what is there to do now? Shit.
Good news, everyone.
Hey, I hate that when that happens on psychedelics, bro.
That's what
now we're going to smell Uranus. I mean, it's no longer named Uranus. We got rid of that joke years ago. It's now called Uractum.
That's nasty.
The sniffer.
But okay, true. But check this out. Okay, you remember I was talking about when I get to that higher state, right? When I say this particular word, and when I'm there, okay, what happened is when I say it, I got power. But when I revert back to it, the power is not there anymore. It's there, but I revert back to this place. So what happened is when I say it, I still have power. But now check this out. as soon as I revert back, I vibrate, but I'm vibrating back to I'm vibrating back to the frequency I am in now.
Yeah.
And I can feel it because it's in sections. It's in like different frequencies
It's almost
as it
like
It's
comes. Uh,
insidious.
yeah, it's like
huh?
it's almost like when you see people that go like, like the feeling you get from when somebody says I love you. Like,
Yeah.
it like it's crazy because like dang, I never could understand that with psychedelics, how you come out this psychedelic experience and you'll be watching TV and some of the things that you've seen on your experience will be happening. And then you'll
Because the
see it,
story,
it'll say certain things that was said on your experience, and then it'll say it afterwards when you just come down from your experience, and it'll recreate, it'll reactivate that thing and give you that buzz again, or give you that experience to where you be right back in the experience just from certain things that people are saying.
it's so simple
That's
that
amazing.
when people sit back and let somebody talk, or when they go at it, everything still plays out. Cause like say
Yeah,
you got something you about to say, and then somebody talk, and then 10 seconds down the line, it's what you exactly was thinking at some
yeah,
about a moment.
and that
Happens
be the
sometimes.
Yeah, that'd be the weird part.
And,
Like it's
and the
almost like how they did the phones now, to where you can go, okay, well, damn, you know what? I need a coffee maker. And then you open up your phone and you go to Google and they show you all kind of coffee makers for some goddamn reason.
yeah,
It's the same thing. Like it's like almost like they made the algorithm of the phones go to the same algorithm of reality, to where if you're thinking about something that you might want or you seen or something like that, it'll pop in and it'll show you that thing and you'll be just
Um,
like, what the fuck?
I'd like to
yeah.
mention
Cause like,
something.
bro, I had
Um, that deja vu feeling, there is an
wait,
opposite feeling to that. It's called Jamayas vu, and it's like when you have deja vu, it's like you're sitting there and you're like, wait a minute, it's fucking happened before. This shit,
Yeah.
like, how the hell, you know what I mean? Jamayas vu is like something has never happened before, but it feels like it has. Like, I don't know, something could happen in front of you, like you saw a
oh,
cop hit
Yeah,
some
that's
dude in a
trippy.
fucking nasty, gnarly car
yeah,
crash
that's
in
how
front of you,
mushrooms
and you
can
see
get
that,
you
and
to
you're
that
like,
point. If you
damn,
let the visual
that happened before?
experience come to like into a kind of play, and let the voices get loud, let the music, and let that so-called get and go, and sometimes those thoughts become just what reality is.
Yeah, yeah,
and then
exactly.
and so then like say you thinking about something, like sometimes for me, if I'm thinking about a whole different cartoon like Tom and Jerry, and they running or doing something, and I'm just laughing to myself, somebody will come to me with a story that they got, and it's similar to what I was thinking about, even though it wasn't about a
Yeah.
person but the concept. So in other scenarios where it was like I need help, and it was somebody there, or oh, I think I don't need nothing, oh, it's somebody, it's always a friend, what people call friends there. It's always a voice in your head. It's always angels, jinn, the gooplans, the anything you want to call it.
Yeah, you can
The
name it what you want.
mm-hmm. But you can't deny the truth when you're you, unless you want to try to feel alone. And then that's when you even hear all the voices saying, "Well, what if you try this?" Or "No, you're really just this." Like those are still voices. It's still what's
Yep.
going on in life. It's
Which is
how we still deal with
what
it, or
it's
the
kind of trippy
observance
because I
of
be
it.
feeling like our mind take in so much and it processes so fast that every action, your reaction, you have an infinite amount of reactions. And your mind actually choose the reaction that you feel like best fits you.
And this
That's
reality.
isn't that like cause
But
and effect?
yeah, but the reaction that you feel like fits you, it's been done before. That's how come you know how to react to every situation, or you know what to say, or you know what to do, because you learned it from somewhere else. Like that's what I was saying
Right.
about when I had took the mushrooms, and like everything that I was saying, it wasn't my thing. It was like came from somebody else, and I can see everybody where I got that saying from, or the way I talk and the way I say my words. I could see every person that I got it from, and I'm going, that's really not me. This is something that I took and built over time. It's almost like taking a gang of parts to a computer and going, okay, I'm going to take this hard drive right here from this Acer computer, and then I'm going to take this part right here from this Macintosh, from this computer, and I just took all these different things and all these different aspects of life, and I built it and said, it's mine, it's me. This is what makes me me. I took this from Wild Man. I took this from Just High. I got this from George. I got this from this person, and I made it into me. But none of it actually was me.
Reminds me of Alan Watts for some reason. Like Alan Watts would say, if you're trying to think of something and come to a conclusion, you're collecting data to come to a point. But there's infinite amount of data, so like you just keep collecting data forever. And so at some point you got to just make a decision, or you got to react, or you don't react. But that comes down to a decision that you got to make, because you can't just keep collecting data forever and then be just on a standstill.
Yeah, and the mind does it automatically. The mind's gonna grab it automatically, like in situations like, you know, like what you were saying, like what Ledger was saying about the guy from McDonald's or wherever that was, and the way he was acting with the young kid. You'll see that, right? Like, say me being a certain age, I'll see that, and then I'll get in that position, and that'll be the first thing I'll grab. My mind will grab, because it say, oh, that was the right thing to do, even though it wasn't. You know, that'll be the first thing my mind to grab, and then it'll act out that same situation and act the same way that guy did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, because we
That's
take things
what
from our
they call
parents.
fight and flight situations. But it's really like life and life. Like, you can't really get out of it.
Yeah, you can't, because in every situation we was already taught, or we seen people acting in certain situations, and it's wild because, like, from your aspect, you'll see people acting a certain way. From my aspect, I'll see people acting a certain way. From his aspect, he'll see people acting a certain way, but we'll still act out these situations in the way that we seen the last person do it, or the one we said best suited for ourselves.
And that's how I knew I had PTSD, because after the Marine Corps, I was always just, in Marine mode all the time, and I had to like learn how to not be, had to react as a Marine all the time. I was like, no, I got to change my reactions. I got to change the way I do these things.
So
And
basically,
that's what I was saying though about the fucking Marines. It's like, if you go down to downtown San Diego, all the Marines down there, that's what they do. They get drunk and they fight.
Yeah, that used to be me.
All the time. That's it. That's all they do.
So all this is basically dealing with your thoughts is disturbing. You have to calm down your mind too.
Yeah,
so your thoughts can't be disturbed.
Well,
that's what thoughts is.
Or I think what calming down the mind a lot of times can be just like seeing what systems you're working with or comfortable in the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to just
better
stop.
way. That's a better way to say it. Is understanding the systems and finding out what suits you, because either one, like we said, like, like what's name was saying, like, I wonder why people don't go around and they don't just be doing this. Yeah, they do. They do. You got people that's doing that. Every which way you can think of this thing, you got somebody running around doing that same way that you thought it, because they believed that was the right thing to do. Even if they thought it was the wrong thing and they tried to hide it as they was doing it, they were still doing it. So it's like it's going every which way. We just find the way suitable for ourselves and for our survival. But it's going every which way. You got people out there just like little Bloodhound Jeff. You feel me? Out there just running around, just shooting up other gang members and all this, to the point to where, he chased down one gang member and he gets shot. But you got everybody doing it every which way, bro. And it's like kind of wild, bro, to think about. It's kind of wild to think about, but it's not. Because when you understand life and you see life, like a spider don't give a fuck how many flies it take. It don't care. It's not tripping off. It's trying to get as many flies as it can.
And that's what people gonna pop up at. I used to think that was fake growing up. I used to think people really believe that. Like, I thought we was all joking or having fun. Like, no, we real gangsters. Or no, we real church folk. Or no, we really don't like this. Or like, and like, oh, like when I don't like to eat the peas, like that's how you are right now. Like as I got older.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is an actual feeling. Just like how you feel about this thought train. Like somebody can have that thought train and just live it. Like that's their breath of life.
Exactly. And that's what the psychedelics show you. Look, I'm gonna come to you in the way that you believe, in the way that you understand and you feel like it should be. I'm gonna come to you in that way. Oh, you need me to be Jesus? I'm gonna be Jesus. You need me to be Allah? I'm gonna be Allah. You need me to be the evil one? I'm gonna be the evil one. I'm gonna be whatever you decide me to be. For you. For your experience.
And that should be the greatest thing ever.
It should be, but some people is just flicked it. Some people just flicked it. You know, like people put on like they say, like some people put on a uniform as a cop and then run around and just think that they can just, you know, knock motherfuckers off just because they out there doing wrong. Did you see the one where the guy was in the wheelchair and they shot him 11 times? Like, he was in the wheelchair. He didn't have no legs. He only had knees. He had his legs was amputated from the knee down. He had a knife. Look, the police, he was running. The police was just walking behind him. They said they was in fear of their life. And they shot dude 11 times. Dude didn't even have no fucking legs. But this is what we do as people. Like we go, like we put on these different identities, and then we play that identity, and we make it seem like, you know, like, oh, I was in the right because this the position I was put in. Like I never could, like I always talked about that. I never could understand like people that work at stores and they try to, you know, argue with you about something that's going on, about something you buying when they don't even own the store. You don't own the store.
You're gonna get paid the same hourly wage, and they're gonna fire you if you do something silly.
Exactly. There's somebody out there that can take your position right now. Right now. But you will play the position like you own the store. Oh, I can't give you that. You know, like, you know, the policy is if I see it right there on the shelf and it say $10, I don't care if it's $130. You got to give it to me for that 10. But they'll argue you down just so you can't try to get it for that 10. You feel me? And it's like, bro, you work here. You don't own the store. You're making...
And that's that survival too, bro. How people like that paycheck, and then they probably think somebody pushed them to get that job, or the first time they started thinking in a complex way in a social system. So since they finally part of the social system in the way they think it's always supposed to be, not knowing somebody just set this up. Like, this is the office job. This is a work in the stores and stuff job.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, I'm doing this. I'm making sure all of this, and this is my power and my duty. It's like duty is not everything.
It's
like,
not. Exactly. Look, I seen one video. A dude worked at 7-Eleven. Homegirl came in there to pick up a Grubhub order from 7-Eleven. You feel me? She just came to pick it up. But when they shut the doors, nobody's supposed to come in when the delivery truck is there doing deliveries, but the doors was open. So she walked in. Do you know this dude wrestled her, fought her, and beat her up, punched on her and everything. And then when the police came, he was like, what did I do wrong? I was just following policy. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, she's picking up a Grubhub order. Like, I know ain't nobody supposed to be in the store, but you telling me you're going to fight this girl and then you're going to feel like you right. Like, it's like people take advantage of the power they have. And now, just think, if somebody can do it in a 7-Eleven store, just think somebody that's president, somebody that's a police officer, somebody that's a judge, somebody that's a prosecutor, a lawyer. They take advantage. Like, it's just people being people. And it's like it's the funniest thing, bro. Like now I just laugh at it. I don't complain about it no more because I know people are going to be people and they're going to take advantage. It don't matter what position they're in. You feel me? It doesn't matter. They're going to do something weird in that position. Just some people, not everybody. Not everybody.
I only have one thing to say about that, man.
What?
It's a Spanish saying. It means a lot to me. E vences pienso en el queso.
What that mean?
Sometimes I think about cheese.
Sometimes, wait, say it again because you went out. Say it again.
Sometimes I think about cheese.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, because eating some cheese right now could be the most beautifulest thing in the world. I heard somebody say that in the song. They said, man, I just want to sit back with her and watch the grass grow, whatever that means.
Didn't Tyler, the Creator, say that? Sounds like something Tyler, the Creator, would say.
It was T.I.'s son, Dominique. In that one song, she liked the Henny and Crystals. The Henny and Crystal song.
I'll put you somewhere in a mansion, somewhere in Wisconsin.
What'd you say, Wild Man?
You ever heard of a cheese called Humboldt Fog? Maybe just Ty has, because he's close to Humboldt.
I was thinking about it.
Oh, it's so good. The Humboldt Fog. It's so foggy. It's so delicious.
It's amazing the things in life, the small things in life that are just so beautiful that we just kind of look over. You feel me? Like you said, just the fact of being at home and buying that bread and cheese, and just sometimes it just be the most beautifulest thing. Like it's gonna be the small things.
I was looking at this holographic sticker, and it's those holograms that you look at one way, and then you see it, and then it changes. And there's like these anime women, and if you look at it just the right way, their boobies appear. And I was I was just like smiling. I was like, the simplest thing just makes me happy, just seeing some boobies.
I got one right here. I got the holographic sticker of Frieza.
Yeah.
Like when I look at him, he changed from the gold mode to the white mode.
Guys, that Goku isn't black.
Goku is Asian.
He's saying
you don't get the reference.
I don't like the Dragon Balls.
I don't know, bro.
We're looking for Goku black, and they literally just hit this dude up, and they go, "Don't shoot! He's not black." Like the most confident bad English dub possible.
That's funny because when I see my son watching anime and I start watching it, I said anime is freaky as hell. And he was like, Dad, you watch Dragon Ball Z? And I'm like, so? He said Dragon Ball Z is the same thing. And I start watching it and I'm like, wait, hold on. It is kind of freaky.
It's fucking crazy to me that the day that the creator of Dragon Ball Z died, all of the cartels held a day of fucking peace just because like all of their childhood memories involve Goku, bro.
Yeah. That's what I was telling my son. I was like, man, bro, we started watching Dragon Ball Z in like the 80s and shit. And here it
such
is.
A big impact, especially on like people from Mexico. There's such a hugely popular show in like Latin South America and shit. And like everybody be grieving when he died, dude.
Yeah.
I had him on VHS.
Yeah. And me and my cousin was talking about it not too long ago. It was like, dang, because my son is fucking, 25 now? And I remember before he was even born, 25 years ago, us sitting around smoking blunts, watching Dragon Ball Z. some grown ass black man in the hood watching Dragon Ball Z.
That old motherfucker's still trying to get it.
Over 9,000.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yo, true. During that family meeting thing I told you about, it was somebody else in the chat. His name was real close to my name, but the last names was different. But we got the same first name.
Oh
but his
damn.
profile picture was of Goku throwing a Kamehameha. I was like, yo, Dragon Ball's in the blood. He was 60 years old too.
Damn. Yeah, 60. Watching. He was watching Dragon Ball Z in his 30s.
Yep, for real. VHS
All right,
tape.
Damn.
but for real, what are you gonna wish when you get all them Dragon Balls? What's your wish gonna be?
Oh damn. I don't even know.
Right, it's the one you gotta think about.
Hey, that would be something I have to think about because I don't even got wishes no more.
Right.
It would
I
be
wish
something
for
in the
my
moment.
pizza to always be boneless.
Yeah, something that
Just in
already
the event
is.
that I ever get a bone-filled pizza.
Like,
You don't understand. I'm playing 4D chess, dude. I'm thinking 3
like
steps
that.
ahead.
What would your wish be, wild man? The boneless
Oh,
pizza.
I had a pretty good one. I was thinking of you know how we were talking about like why do the children die and like the earthquakes and all these people dying and wars.
Yeah.
I was like, there's so much pain and suffering. I was like, I wish that all that was just fake, like straight up that this is a simulation and no one actually got hurt. That's what I wish. I know that no one had to burn up or get shot or get tortured. None of that. I hope that's all fake. I wish that no one would ever have to experience that kind of torture or pain. And
I
suffering.
mean, that's
You know
all.
what
When you think about it, that already is.
Hope so.
That's what I was thinking.
Because like 1,000 years from now, it's gonna be like this never happened.
Right.
Or
What
when
about
we wake up.
like what about the other worlds, like beyond the ice
Our
wall? Do you
messenger in a
think
minute.
beyond the ice wall? Do you think that they, doing the same thing? All in the other worlds.
I know,
Right.
right?
Oh, you believe in the ice wall theory?
Just gotta trust God. I guess.
What did you just call it? A theory?
A theory. No, well, that's all up in us, though.
What you trying to say?
Worlds within
Space,
worlds.
bro.
You trying to say?
Space. I literally. I will say I can understand
Meaningless.
if
It
you
does us nothing.
even if you like believe in
Exactly.
the
Yeah,
internet and shit
Phil.
like that
God
and
flip.
shit like that. But I had a camera strapped to a rock and shot it up like
if this
10,000
is
feet.
like a dome. I mean, if we live in a dome, then what about the others? I mean, because this is all within us.
I don't know, man. I did see something about the holographic matrix being kind of like a thing where we're in a torus field and everything is, it's the same thing as our bodies, or the chakras and all. It's just one big giant reflection of us. We are it somehow, and it's
As above, so below. That's why I seen every time, like my last few mushroom experiences, it was like everything that was up there was just a reflection of down here, and I was like, how? That fucking shit don't make sense. I can see it, I can understand it, but it's like how?
Yeah, just like right now, bro. It's things that can't be. I got this album where I don't want to spoil stuff, but I got some music where it's just coming out like that. But just like right now, I was about to say what you were saying, but I stopped because you was talking, and then you said it, and then in my mind it's saying, yeah, this is how things happen, and it's like this what helps me be relaxed, like knowing how things just synced up, and then you're saying how, and then I'm like repeating the question in my head again, like it's repeating, like yeah, because it's all just like this. You see,
Oh,
and it's just so real time.
It's almost like the movie Sliders. Remember that movie Sliders?
I wasn't worried about the visual.
No, I don't remember.
I never saw it.
It's a show. I mean, it's a show, not a movie. It's a show that it's the same Earth. He's on the same Earth, but he goes into the this wormhole or
Sliders
a
TV
portal,
show.
and then he goes, and it's the same Earth, but it's different.
Sliders TV show.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
But the reason I find that significant too is because the as above, so below, what I was saying, because a lot of times I would be confused on that how. Like, how is that possible? And it's like,
what's
you're never gonna know how.
White
You're just gonna
Castle.
keep going experiencing it. You're going to experience it now while you're thinking about how. And if you accept it, then you won't be. You're always going to not accept it and accept
What
it,
you
but it's
mean? What
still
about
happening
what's how?
regardless. And it just always shows in the most coolest ways, like a real a story world example, so to speak, was I was watching a video of a TikToker, and I'm sure you know I've been going through stuff the past 2 weeks. But I was
Yeah.
watching a video of a TikToker. It was a girl, and this guy walked up to her, just gave her $50. And she was like, "Oh, thank you," and she wasn't even doing nothing. She was walking down the street, and everybody said, "Oh, this guy's a simp. Oh, what's wrong with him?" But I was hearing that same so-called. I was thinking. Let's just keep it simple like that. I was thinking, and I was like, "Oh, what if what if what is that girl on? Like, she just being herself. She just in the world. Like, this is just what part of her reality." And she didn't ask the guy to do anything. And then 2 days ago, I was in the
Thoughts will
store and I had just got finished
thrown
saying,
into
hey, let's not get
captivity,
that.
huh?
It like costs much or something like that. And then like 10 minutes later,
Thoughts will
a guy
always
walked
figure.
up to me and gave me $50. And he said, God told me that you might need this. And I said, "Oh, thanks, bro." I said, "You don't even know, bro. You don't even know how I need this right now." It's like that. And then just dapped them up and stuff like that. But the sink and the curiosity of my mind is is just there. Just like a
No,
friend
yeah.
talking, like in a cool conversation.
No, that's real because it be times to where like I'll be going through my thing and like I'm the type that when I'm going through something like I'm going like I'll find a way. And then I'll get a donation and it'll be like, oh shit, it'll be like just what I needed. And I'm going, God damn, like, like I don't even know what to say because it's like only if you knew at the time when it came how much it helped me through the process of whatever the fuck this is. Like it's like, but it always happens like at the
Mhm.
procedure or the right time. Like even like you said, just seeing that video of her of her doing that and then it happens to you. It's like,
Inspiration.
yeah,
Just like
that
with
should
the
be
coding
crazy.
and
Be
just like
present
with
and just
coding and
exist. Exactly.
inspiration.
That's me.
That is
Just like
amazing.
with coding and inspiration and a lot of things that happen and how we
So,
take it in. Because it's not
hey,
that stuff
hey,
is bad that's on the outside or good, but how we internally, just how I probably putting it, how we internally processing things is part of that render engine of the world
Yeah,
for
because the
our
bad we
particular
don't like when we
experiences.
feel like we going through things. That's the part we don't want because we was taught that's not good. But in order to grow, you have to go through shit. There's things that have to happen in order for you to grow and become a better person. Like that's just part of the process. That's part of life. Like rich people
Yeah.
go through shit too. Everybody probably don't see it or they don't talk about it, but they go through shit. But Gatfield though, he said belief is meaningless and does us nothing. And he said, what about what's in? And then he said White Castle. I didn't understand that though, Gatfield. God fled, or however you say, God flied, whatever. He said thoughts will f you, throw them into captivity, be in the present, and just exist. And that's that right there. I like that right there. That part right there. Be in the present and just exist in the now. And it's hard to
But
do.
it's still some thoughts there though.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
there's still some thoughts.
It is. That's a
Like
thought
it's
right
like no.
there.
I think people think it's uh, I don't know. I think that's just what I used to think when I was younger.
You
That it
just
would
find
be a point where you calm or none. Oh, it's just nothing
what's
going
the point
on,
on it?
but it's something going on about something going
This
on.
is going
Like
right
how you're looking at the wall. That wall is nice,
Now
or
that's
that air is
amazing. I
here.
mean,
good.
what hey Ty, that
Like
what you
those
said
are
just
some thoughts.
a few minutes ago. I mean, it's like the future of time of like what you were talking about, and that just clicked in my mind about the future of time of what's happening. In the future, but that future is now, and I'm still trying to figure out that
Yeah.
too with the
I
future
came
of
up with
time.
something earlier. I was saying, talking to somebody, I said the present. is
Hmm.
ideas of the future mixed with so-called experiences of the past.
Of the
Because those
past.
experiences are like
Oh,
looked at in so
Which
many
okay.
different
makes the
ways too.
now. The future and
Yep.
the past makes the now.
Oh, well, I mean that. I mean, so when I'm reliving back to what I was doing, like I was telling you guys a while back, and I mean, vibrating to what I was doing, that was still now. So that's actually still happening. How is that though? How can I mean? How can that still be happening? I mean, I can
We're a
rewind.
part of that happening.
It's like
That's
rewinding. It's like rewinding yourself, like
Post around.
like a video. You're rewinding yourself, and you're going back, but it's still happening. And
Yeah.
so it's and it's like a what they call like a line, but it's like rewinding yourself like a like a VHS tape, a cassette VHS tape, and you can
That's a
just
good
go and
fucking
you go all the
analogy.
way back. It, and
He said,
that's kind of odd.
nah, it is. He said though, he said the future haven't existed yet and the past is gone forever. Nah, that's why we held on to memories. And then we create the future with our memories. It's like the past is creating the future as the future is creating the past at the same time because as days go on, we learn more about certain things to where we can better explain what happened in the past because a
Okay,
lot of stuff that
hey,
happened in the past we didn't even know that we didn't have no name for it. We didn't have, but we
shit
came up
just
with a
happened.
name for it. Yeah, we came up with a name for it, and it said, "This is the name for that."
so okay,
It
then
was a
what about
hurricane.
what about
Yeah, true.
your
Have you
what
tried
about your what about
mushroom
your
strand? No, I haven't tried
your
those.
what about
Stand.
your life review? And it's only you and your life review.
But what about
I
life
feel,
reviews?
yeah, I feel like this
Yeah,
is.
like
I feel like that's what we
Where's
living right now, though, Eric B. I ain't gonna lie, cause I on that experience, that's what I seen. Like this is the life review. It's weird, right? Because it's hard to see,
natural?
but
that does make sense. That
everything
does
that
make
we
sense
say, we're living it right now. Like
right
this,
now.
like we can say, okay, this isn't the future. How isn't it? When we got a past,
Wow.
how could we say that this isn't the past when 2 minutes from now is the future? A second from now is the future. So we live in the future, the past, and the present all
And the
at one
present.
time.
At
All at one
that's
time. And
so
it's
true.
all happening at one time. Like
One
we
time.
can chop it up and we can call it different things, but it's still all happening at one time. Life is just playing out all at one time. It don't stop and then go, okay, well, yesterday was yesterday. No, life is just going all at one time. We the one who put points on it and go, okay, at this point in time, life
Oh,
not doing that. Life just going at it's just one time.
so
Period.
hey, true. I'm glad you say that. So there is no tomorrow, and there is no yesterday.
Man, yeah. That's exactly what he said. Yesterday don't exist.
I
And the
remember it
future
was a
haven't
time I
happened.
was I was on a mushroom experience, and then I was in the world, and something glitched in the world, and then I was next to this being, and there was a record player next to him, and he was like, "Oh, I had a scratch on that disc," and I was like wiping my eyes because I felt like a animation when you see him getting warped out of a world, but it was like I came out of that disc he was just on. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta just fix it real quick." I was like, "Wait, that was my whole existence on that disc." Once I figured that part out, it zoomed
he
out, and
said
that was part of another story, and then that was just part of
he
another
said
disc record.
he said
That, that's the level.
it's weird. We can have the perception we want to have. You can believe women talk like this, or that's you're gonna always have your own ideas because you gotta. I think a lot of times when we come up with our own ideas, we gotta say certain shit to make ourselves feel above or better than what somebody else's thinking is. It's all the same thinking, but I like what you said. Like you said, exactly, Justin. It will learn up if you try to find meaning in meaningfulness. That's why you add meaning to life. Life doesn't have to
Right.
have a meaning. You are the meaning of life. So you can make it mean something or you can make it mean nothing. That's your choice. That's your choice. Your
E-
choice is to add meaning
Exactly.
to it. So when your meaning, and you got to understand, I'm going to say it again, bro, it's 1 trillion people live this life. If you think you sitting up here and you think you right, then you lost like everybody else. So you can add whatever you want to it. Life is going to do what it's supposed to do. It's going to be whatever you say it is. So you can accept whatever you say it is. It's going to be that. That's what it is. It's going to be whatever you say it is. That's why, you feel me, a lot of people say certain things. Like, we do things and we say things in order to make us feel better than other people. But in actuality,
Exactly.
that's just us. That's just you feeling that way. Like me, the way I feel and the way I go about life, bro, I'm going to feel good every day, 24/7, no matter what's happening. Whether I'm losing somebody or I'm not losing somebody, I'm going to make my life good for me, not for you, because my life ain't for you. My life is for me. So if I can make my life good, even though I'm seeing all this bad shit going on, then that's for me. I always fight for my sanity. I don't fight for everybody else's sanity. I do things my way in order to keep myself sane through what I see, what's going on. And it's like crazy, bro, because, you know, like I see this all the time and I say, you know, I'm not even out here trying to be better than everybody else or make it seem like I know more than everybody else, because I don't. I only know me. I know what's needed
Exactly.
for me. This is what I
And
need for
see,
me. This is what I'm doing for me. But since
true.
it's making me feel good, I share it with everybody else.
True. And you right on that, because you know why? You the ultimate of all things.
Everybody is. And I think that's
Everybody
everybody.
is.
I think
But within
everybody is.
yourself, that you are, you the ultimate of all things. Everybody is, but within yourself that you are.
Yeah,
Within all
but I
things.
think we got this thing in life to where, you know, we try to, you know, we look at everything, we look at things like that being bad, or, you know, that being, but that's the game everybody always then played through life, as
Like
looking
like
at like that is better than this or this is better than that. In actuality, it's not. It's all the same thing. This is your mind telling you that this is better or that is better. That's why
hmm
we can have different gods. That's why we can have different sports that we like. We can have different cars that we like, different microphones we use, different headphones we use. That's why we can have all these different things, because everything's going to be what you need it to be. And that's why it can take any form that you want. It can be a MacBook Pro. You feel me? And then it can turn around and be a motherfucking Acer. But it's still a computer. But we'll go, okay, the Acer is this one is better than that one, but it's like it's still a computer. It's doing the same thing. You feel me? One might run faster. We can say all these different things, and it's like, bro, we do this shit over and over again in life. We done played this game so much that we done got used to it, to where we start to act like, or you know, it's weird, bro. Life is weird, but I understand it to the point, like I said, me understanding myself and me looking at life and understanding life
oh,
and
so this
and
is like basically like an individual level in a way for each person
ain't no
or
justice.
each being, like an individual being experience on their own ultimate way of their life.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
in,
like
in a,
like like it's weird, right? Because like I'll be talking about these things with my mom, and like, you know, like, well, what's name, he just said, I know more people trying to do bad things to good people. Ain't no justice. Like I thought about that, right? And I said, bro, we got all the stories is here to tell us what's going on in life. You feel me? Jesus might not be real, but the stories of life and how people are is real. When they crucified Jesus, right? They brought the one dude out that was a murderer. And they had Jesus. And they said, Jesus, you know, this the person he walking around saying that he know God and he's the son of God and all these things. We can release him or we can release the murderer. Which one do you guys want? And let the people choose. And what the people say? We want the murderer. We don't want the person that's out there doing good for people. I laugh at this shit every time I think about it. And it's like all these different stories is showing us what life is and how people are. But When you think about your life is not about everybody else. You can barely control you and what you do, so you can't control what everybody else do. Everybody else already has their own outlook on life and what they think life is. But you being able to control you is the thing. That's the thing right there, is you can control you. So you can make things better for you and the ones that be around you and know you. And hopefully they'll feed off of that. Other than that, I mean, it's like there's not much you can do. You can't save the world. One man cannot save the world, and one man ain't never been able to save the world. Every man that came and tried to save the world got knocked off. We're talking about John F. Kennedy, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Jesus. It's the same story over and over again. Every person that was actually doing good for people that came from the Black Panthers to whoever you can think of, they got knocked off because the world doesn't really need saving, because the world is going to be what it is, despite what you think. The world is going to be what it is, and it's going to do what it do. It's like we're looking at it right now. We can say, oh, this ain't supposed to happen, that ain't supposed to happen, but it's happening. It's happening right now. There's people out there getting slayed right now. Oh, from every age. It's crazy because even when I started to think about death, I remember at the time in my life I was scared of death and going, bro, I don't want to die. I want to live on. And then I see teenagers passing away. I see kids passing away, and I'm going, damn, I didn't live to be 50. Why should I be scared of something that a 2-year-old can take? A 2-year-old can do. A 3-year-old can do. A 4-year-old can do. A 5-year-old. Like people passing when they fucking 30 years old. But this is something that scares me. And I didn't live this long. I'm not scared of it no more. I don't have the fear of death no more. When it comes, it comes. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know, bro. We create all these different ideas and shit. It just make your life more crazier, bro. That's why I said about baggage. Like, we carry so many goddamn suitcases that we don't understand it's weighing us down. That's why I say every time I see Scarface and I see the dude with the world holding the world on his shoulders, I say everybody try to hold the world on their shoulders and you can't. You can't. But you try and you walk around with that and hold the world on your shoulders.
That's why this reality version didn't let me get that tattoo.
Yeah, that's something else.
My cousin was like, that's too difficult to draw when I was younger. And then I got older. I was like, I'm glad I'm loosened up now. I'm stretching my shoulders literally and all that stuff.
Yeah. You feel me? I'm doing what I love to do, and what I love to do is not hurting nobody. You feel me? Like, as long as I'm doing, it's not hurting nobody. I'm just doing what I love to do and what makes me happy. And a lot of people don't know how to be happy, because happiness don't start on the outside. It starts within. If you looking for the world, exactly, bro. That's one thing that we teach our kids. If you think that you're going to step outside of this house and somebody's out there going to love you and treat you better than I do, you fucking crazy. You done lost it. Because love starts within. It's going to start within myself. Like, nobody can love me like I love me. Because soon as, like, the way I love me, if I expect my girl to love me that way, she's going to fall short. Because she's not me. She's somebody different. She's somebody outside of me. Her love might be different than mine. Everybody's love is not the same.
Like everybody in the club, classroom writing a book report, all read the same book. They're going to get a different report.
Live.
Man, that's something else.
Yeah.
Because love can be anything.
Yeah.
Unless the teacher don't like them.
You gotta, exactly. Exactly. And some people love to kill. I hate to say it.
Exactly.
And then people,
true.
And then what's wild is we'll say they wrong, but like I said, if you go watch the insects, you go watch mice, you go watch any other animal, this is all they do on 24/7. You got a mouse that runs so fast, it got to eat its weight every day in food. So it's eating thousands of insects every day. You watch animals do the
That's how
same
they
thing.
gonna
Like
learn.
we'll watch a lion run down on a herd of buffalo and snatch the baby up and eat the babies, and then we'll go, oh, that's nature. I say this all the time, and I'm going, come on, bro, what's the difference? We seeing the same thing happen right
Exactly.
here, but we put ourselves above all these things, and it's like, no, we're no different than this is life. This
That's
is
that
life.
European culture.
Hey,
We're so
True, you
civilized.
remember?
We're the civilized folk.
Exactly.
We have forks
Love is
that do
purely
this, and we
chemicals.
say please, and, and we
Hey,
change
You
our
remember?
tone of voice when we're at work.
Yeah, he said love is purely
Hey,
chemicals released. Exactly.
hey, True, you remember?
Exactly.
You remember that you was a lion and you was hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was walking
You
around.
see?
I wanted to eat a human so bad, but I was like, if I eat one of them, they gonna come after us. They gonna start killing us. They gonna kill me. They gonna come looking for me. So I
Man,
gotta
and
pass it up. I was walking by the city. That shit was hella crazy, bro. But I like it was crazy. Yes, it's called
that's
self. He
amazing
said it's
because
called self
it's like
preservation.
it's like lions or or like all animals. They always hunger. That's why they always, you know, constant battle of going out there and getting food from buffalo or wildebeests.
Yeah.
And just look at us. We the same way.
We the same way. And you know what's crazy, Eric?
Hmm.
Animals starve to death too.
Yeah, yeah.
Animals starve to death too. That it's no different. Trees starve to death. So life is the same thing going on within every aspect, whether it's a tree, whether it's plants, or whether it's animals. And we are animals. He said, do apes have an afterlife? Humans are just apes. Hey, we made up so many ideas. That's what what's name was saying about ideas, bro. You gotta fucking be careful of the ideas that we make up. Cause we just follow these ideas because we was given to them, we was born with them, and we was raised off of them, and we believe them, and it's like maybe it's not that. Cause like apes, everything, it don't matter. Any living creature that's walking this planet is powered by the same generator. It's almost like everything in your house. Everything in your house, the power comes through that little box over there that runs through your house, and it powers everything in your house. But that energy that's coming through there, it don't know that it's powering your computer. That energy don't know that it's powering your TV. It doesn't know it's powering your AC. It don't know that it's giving power to your phone. That energy is just being energy because that's what it do. So it's like almost like we have all these different aspects of life, and like all of them are working together in order to create this one giant thing, right? All of them. All of them are working in, like, everything has this symbiotic relationship in order to make this thing what it is. Humans just got what we got over time to where we were understanding of things. We were able to see ourselves as being life. We were able to explain it and put it into words and communicate it as words. Everything else it hasn't done that yet, but it was though, because like we say that, but we seen apes, bro, making tools. We seen other animals make it, and you go like, what the fuck you got all them hairs on this wings for? And I didn't know that they got the hairs on the wings, so when something try to grab it, it slips off.
They feel it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it slips off. So like if it's in the wild and like say like a mouse or something else that's bigger than it try to grab it, the hairs get stuck to whatever it's doing, and it'd be able to still fly off. But there's certain.
You know how we say we have a society?
We just disappear once the energy
You know how we say that we all humans have a society, right? So we're different. Like, say for instance, ants have a society.
Yeah.
Buffaloes have a society by themselves. So individual.
Yeah, humans do too.
Yeah, humans have a society.
Yeah.
So
like,
if we was if we was to be an ant, we will have, we will know what our society is as an ant.
Yeah, because you see, the ants have their own little society, and then sometimes these ants go off and they go into another ant colony, and they kill all the ants in that colony and steal the eggs and come and raise the eggs and then turn those eggs into slaves.
Man, we do the same exact
We
thing.
do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because okay, like in the hoods and shit, like one thing I was gonna start doing, just Ty, I wanted to make videos about animals like lions and shit, like fighting, because the lions have these fights, even the female lions, the male lions, and I wanted to start putting the fights in the hood on the animals because it'd be the same. Like
Yeah.
like it'd be the
A lot of
same.
voices, the
Yeah, the
motivations,
voices.
everything.
Yeah, it'd be the
This is my
same.
territory. I was here. I was
Man.
hungry.
Yeah, I
You
was
supposed to give
hungry.
me
Like,
food.
yeah, like that's my man. You feel me? Like this is like, what the fuck? Like like it's the same thing, bro. But I think we just got the mind to make things look different than what it is, and separate ourselves. We created this thing of separation to where we separate ourselves from all the things living, when all the things that we see is nothing but a reflection of what? Our mind. That's it. Everything that we see is a reflection of us. Like, how to explain that or make it make sense, I don't know, but that's what it is. It's only a reflection of the mind. And the mind, depending on what it wants that thing to be, that's what it's going to be. Like an ant right now, to a person that actually goes and studies ants, can be one of the greatest things in the world. But an ant to us that enters the house and start eating our food is something that we got to get the fuck rid of. We don't want them here. We gonna go
And
buy
that's what
ant
causes
spray.
fights in households between parents and adults a lot of times.
Yeah,
Don't
we
kill
are
the
what we
spider,
want to
Daddy.
see.
Oh no, you
Exactly.
got that spider out of here.
Yeah. I was at work and I seen somebody kill a spider, and I said, "Why'd you do that?" Oh, because it's like that spider was only doing what it was supposed to do. It ain't
And it
doing
will
nothing
help you
opposite.
out too.
Yeah, it's not attacking you or nothing. It's not even doing nothing to you. The ants is here so they can eat the fucking food we don't eat. They clean up our mess. And then what they do, they be gone. They don't even mess with you. Like, I don't
Yep.
know, bro, but
I remember Steve Irwin had a bunch of mice. It was his he was in, but I know they mess up electrical wires over it and stuff, but he was in Australia and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know why Americans are so scared of mice. Look, I just pick them up like this. They all over the barn. It's
yeah.
normal over here.
Yeah,
It's normal."
because the mice eat the insects, you feel me? And each insect that you have, you feel me, eats another insect to keep that population down, which eats another insect to keep that population down, which that insect eats plants to keep the plants from fucking growing and taking over.
Mm-hmm. You know what's
Everything
a
is
good
made like that.
in terms of anime and storytelling? It's the anime I grew up on called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood version, because based off the manga more.
You shouldn't kill
But
spiders.
at some point when they had to, when they was
Some
taken
bees.
on by their sensei to learn, because they wanted to learn alchemy, and you know how alchemy is in terms of how it comes to us today, and like the esoteric scientists and all this and everything. So they wanted to really be trained in that. So she locked them on an island and they had to learn a lesson, but they didn't even know what they had to learn. They just had to survive. And then
Yeah.
at the end of everything, well, when they finally passed the test, it was because they were looking at the ants and how everything that you're cooperating, I'm talking about now, and how they was their poop and how they was rolling the
Yeah.
dung, and then the other animal was taking the dung and doing this, and then that was part of their first lesson, able to see how everything is connected with alchemy. Well, to start their
Yeah.
alchemical
Yeah.
practices,
Like,
because now
like
their mind state is different when they encounter different people, and
that's
they can
just
have a different thing on how everything is connected than somebody saying, "Oh, this is everything right here." It's like this is the part of this. and that's a part of that. Like a
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist, but not like a mad conspiracy theorist, but still a mad conspiracy theorist. Depends on who you're talking to and who's
Yeah,
listening.
you start to see that, at like they say, as above,
Sure.
so below. You see these insects building these giant mounds. The termites and the ants, and we do the same thing, bro. That shit is crazy. It's like hella weird, bro. Like sometimes I wish I still wouldn't have took psychedelics. I wish I still would have been like sleep in the world, walking around not understanding the shit that I understand. It's like I just want to go back to sleep, okay?
I just
Look,
think it's
I
all
mean,
about our way of listening.
I just want,
Psychedelics are just a
it's a
one that
tool.
got us jumping and leaping real far while we doing what we always do.
Yeah,
Because I remember my
sometimes.
teacher, Mr. Retney, she was such a cool science, like environmental teacher, but she seemed so out of place because they tried to like make a different kind of school in the hood. But everything she did was so valuable. And like when you just think
Yeah,
about what drives evolution, like what made her say those things to us and teach us those things, and it was like every it's
yeah,
always
it's,
connected.
yeah. The evolution is crazy, bro. I hate the. I think the only reason I don't like to talk about evolution because when I speak on evolution, people always think of the Darwin theory, and it's like, how can you just how could you rule it out just because of what Darwin said we came from apes? That's just not evolution. Like, come on now. Like, a Toyota does not look the same as it did in the 80s. All right? They evolved into what they are now. Everything evolves. There's nothing that doesn't evolve. Everything evolves and it changes and it betters itself. That's why I always felt like even the things that we create as people are like alive to me. Like the computer is alive. It's its own thing and it's gonna constantly evolve and better itself. That's why we don't have to have these fucking giant computers that we have back in the day. We had this laptop. You feel me? We don't have to have something that fill up a whole room just to do what we do. And they couldn't even do what we doing now. Like, bro, you like we're talking like 20, 30 years ago. Like, where a computer only had like 30 gigs of RAM. I mean,
Hmm. They say that the
of hard drives. I'm looking at my hard drive. My hard drive back in the days was like 20 gigs, 15 gigs. I'm laughing, going, what I'm gonna do with that?
they say that the ships that went to the moon had less technology than the calculator, like technical technology.
Man,
That's why people don't like that they
orangutan
say they went to the
starfishing.
moon. But the things
Dang,
that
that's
humans
crazy.
are able to pull off is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. He said, you guys here in the 90s and orangutan started fishing at the same time, thousands of miles away. Humans witnessed orangutan start fishing same time. I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Because I think every species, whatever it is, they learn from each other. Like I think I look at like us when we do rock climbing, and I think about the goats that be standing up climbing the mountains. Like we learn from each animal that's out there. We learn from them, and then we come up with different things, and we take that technique and we adapt it to our life and what we do. And the animals, I think some of them do the same thing. Like some animals, I ain't gonna say all of them, cause some stay the
Yeah, just look
same.
at our pets. How strange pets be getting.
Man,
Following the mannerisms of the humans, sitting on the couch, putting their head on the pillow
quantum
and stuff.
entanglement, exactly. I know, right? That throw me off. Like, bro, I remember I had a mushroom trip. I said, man, I said, damn, the plants is using this. The dogs is using this because the dogs don't have to do shit. They don't got to go out and get food. We go out and get food for them. We clean up their piss. We clean up their shit. They ain't got to do nothing no more. All they got to do is walk around the house and bark at people. That's
And
outside the
look,
house. My life been on pause for a couple of years for no particular reason. Any advice on getting my life going again? Oh yeah, I just got out that phase, bro. I just got out that phase. That's one of the things, I call it the sit and do nothing method. You feel me? To where you just do nothing. Like cause I remember like once I turned 40, like when I had turned 40, I stopped going places to where I was just like stuck in the house, like I wouldn't go nowhere. And I was talking to one of my older uncles, and I was telling him about it, like Unc, man, like I just I can't get out and do nothing like I used to. Like I just be stuck. Like I don't wanna do nothing. You feel me? I just wanna be in the house. Like when I go out, like I used to feel like nervous around everybody and everything. And he was like, he just told me, bro, you gotta just start going. Despite what it is, if somebody asks you, if it's something out there, you just gotta go. You gotta just get your ass up and you gotta go. That's the only way you're gonna break that cycle. But when I had just lost my last job, like I was like that. Like I didn't wanna like I knew what I wanted to do, but I just didn't know how to go about doing it. And I had to let it happen, bro. I had to just sit to myself and just wait and wait it out and wait it out until I was able to, to where, to push myself to do something. Sometimes you gotta sit and do nothing. I hate to say it, especially, once you get to a certain age and you don't know which way you're going or what's gonna happen. Sometimes the best thing to do is just do nothing. I fucking hate to say that. Cause it sounds weird. Cause it's like do nothing, don't do shit. Don't do shit. It'll come to you. Just don't do shit. Don't push yourself. You feel me? Cause you might push yourself up out the fucking life. Shit, just sit, do nothing, and the nothing is gonna turn to something over time. Do I just go even if I feel like I'm out of place by going? Hell yeah, that's what I did, bro. I had to. I didn't have no choice. Like that was the only way. Like like my girl, like she be wanting to like go to concerts and stuff. And like over time, like I said, I was like at that point to where I just didn't want to do anything. Like I was like, I don't know if it's a certain depression. It's something that happens with men, like as we get older. But I just didn't want to do nothing, so I had to start making myself go. Like even like all the meetups that we had on this channel, I didn't want to go because I was like that I had turned into that mold to where I just was like stuck in my house and I had to push myself to go. And then every time I went, I had a good time. I had the best time of my life. So it was just something I had to do. I like myself. Like I'm not saying for it's gonna work for everybody else, but sometimes you just got to do it. Despite, because your mind will tell you, nah, I don't feel like doing that. I ain't going to do that because of this. And you can make up all the excuses like, fuck that shit. Just go do it. Just go do it. Like when we just went to that Ice Cube concert, like I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go, but when I went, I had so much fun. I had the time of my life. You feel me? Because it kind of took me back over like all the music I listened to coming up. But there's a lot of things that I just didn't want to do. And my uncle that shared this with me, he passed away. He passed away. But he had went through the same thing, and he was the one that told me like you just got to get out and just you got to push yourself to go out there. You feel me? Even if you don't feel like it don't matter. Like I'm not saying like just do just anything. Just like if somebody's going that you trust and that you can go with them and man, just go. Just fucking go. He said, real one, thank you all the comments too. Yeah, I don't have the energy to do all these job applications. I didn't either, bro. Like but I think like always that's why I always be thinking Jamaican Sun Zoo, because like my last job, it was a good job, but once they sold the business, like my pay dropped, and he was just like, man, just quit, and I quit, and when I quit, bro, like I only filled out one job application, but you know what? I didn't make no resume. Or none of that. I didn't do none of that shit. I just sat to myself. I said to myself and it came to me. You feel me? I didn't try to force it. I didn't try to fight it because it's crazy. Like when you create this thing that you think you want to do, and then you go out and you fill out all these applications and you don't get the job, you feel like you failed. Like because you put in all these applications over here, over there, and then you don't get hired, and then you put in another one and you don't get hired. They don't even call you for an interview, all that type of shit, bro. I didn't want to go through all that shit. You feel me? I'm fucking 50 years old. I'm 50. So it was like, I waited. I just kind of chilled it out, bro. I started doing shit I don't usually do. I started washing dishes, cleaning up the house, doing shit that my girl should, would be doing. I started taking over that, you feel me, and taking my time out, spending a little time with the kids, talking to the kids more. I started to be more into my household. And then that broke away to where the opportunity came and I seen it. And that one thing that I went for, it just happened. It was like, boom, and it worked. But it was like, I didn't try to force it because I didn't want to feel like, like if I go and I do this and then, I don't get it, because every time you put in that application and it doesn't work out, you feel defeated. It just makes your position worse. It just makes you feel worse. And I didn't want that. So I had to just do nothing. But my nothing was actually turned into something, like I said. I started cleaning up. I started doing certain things that I never really did. Like I did, but I didn't do it every day.
At
You
that
feel
level.
me? Yeah. Yeah, not at the level I did it. And then it was like once I started doing that, it started coming to me. And I started looking in the right places and seeing certain things. And it was like, oh, dang, training. Because remember, I felt defeated because I wanted to do truck driving. And like I went to this one place that was supposed to help me pay for my shit and all that. And then they did me wrong. I really felt defeated. I felt defeated. So I just, man, that's when I really just said, I'm going to just sit back and I'm going to just do shit here. I'm going to start fixing this up first. Get
And
my
those
mind right.
moments go by so fast.
Yeah, it
Like
do.
feeling defeated, but it has such an
Yeah,
impact.
yeah. And then you
So that's
start,
why it's careful to pay attention to what we go through during the days. Like love ourselves. Like we don't want to do like what you talk. I'm just tagging along.
yeah,
Like if you don't
nah.
like to do something or feel rushes in your mind, that is a rush. Like don't rush.
Don't
Like
rush.
relax with it. Change it.
You don't like washing dishes? Start washing dishes. You don't like washing your own clothes? Start washing your own clothes. You don't like cutting the grass? Start cutting the grass. Start doing all those things that's in your
And those
vicinity that you don't like to do.
those are the things true I had to start doing since I moved to Cali. Because
Yeah,
growing up, I'd be like, oh, Ma, I can't cut the grass. My allergies acting up.
yeah, yeah. You
Or,
make up
oh,
all
I
them
gotta
excuses
put
for
this
them little
plate underneath
things.
my bed because I don't feel like going to the kitchen at late at night. I'm just gonna keep the dishes in my room or something like that. And then coming out here, just because not too many people living out here, so you go outside, it's not people to keep you busy. So my
Yeah,
mind will just need something to do. And then it's like, well, we want to be active, like after psychedelic drugs, like want to, it's stuff around the corner, like stuff, ideas always around the corner in the mind.
time
It's
on
always something to do. That's why people hire people to do other stuff sometimes when they too busy. Like,
yeah.
but getting your hands dirty, you get those thoughts arising of just who you are during the daily day. Like, oh yeah, I do this. And then other stuff start popping up from
Yeah,
memories
start
and
popping
what
up.
you want to do with your day.
Yeah, Justice said. So I gotta stop sleeping and wasting time on the internet. I'm gonna run out of money in 3 months, bro.
Hey, true.
I ran out of
Hey,
money. I ran out of money. I ran out of money 3 months ago to where I was living
man.
on like $100 a month, bro. Sometimes
Mhm.
you gotta drop to your
You
lowest
got
in
it.
order to succeed
Yep.
and get to your highest because
The
you start to
highest.
see that, damn, I didn't even need to do all that shit I was doing. I had overwhelmed myself by trying to keep up with something I didn't have to keep up with. And that's what
Mhm.
I
Here's what
found
I
I
out.
was getting three
hey,
hundred dollars a month, true, and it would just
Yeah.
so happen I'm getting tree. I get tree for free. So like, just trying to see how things work out, and oh, I want to buy this or I
Yeah, it's
need this.
easy.
Like, wait, how can I
I
make this,
I used
or
to
how does this come into formation, or what do I really want with life? because
I
Yeah.
our
used to
mind is so used to stuff, just like a spoiled child. Like, oh, I got my Wi-Fi. Oh, I got my TV, or I can cook on the stove, or I can do this and that. But humans survive in so many different ways that is not to take away from the comfortability, but that is always avenues of what comfortability even is.
Yeah.
yeah. I know how you guys feel, True, because I used to cut some grass from different people out there, especially living in the valley when it's how the temperature rises up there.
Yeah, I used to
And
when I was doing Eric, I was like my ex boss that sold the company. I would go do work for her, like once a week.
oh
Maybe once a week, like that, twice a week. I'll go do work for her, and she would pay me, and that was like just enough to pay the little bills I had. But I didn't have money to do shit, nothing else. But you know
I know.
what? You know what? I started to learn that I was almost keep trying to keep up with the Joneses on trying to have money to do
Oh,
this and have money to do that and go here and do it and buy all these things, and it was like, damn, bro. So by the time, like me just like I had them days to where, bro, I sleep for 3 fucking days. You feel me? To where I didn't want to do nothing. And the cold thing about it is I wasn't depressed. I was still happy. But I just said, fuck it. I ain't got nothing going on. I could sleep for 3 days right now because it's going to come to me. I don't know what it is or what it might be, but it's going to come to me. But if I didn't feel right, yeah, I sleep it off. I ain't tripping. I sleep for them 3 days. I get up. Like I said, I start wash dishes. I'll mop floors. This is in my own house, not outside. I'll sweep floors, mop floors, do this, do all the different things that I usually think or expect my girl to do on the daily. I started taking over and doing those little things. But
yeah.
but
I,
it came to
I
me.
mean, what I used to do is, because I used to, because it'd be like, how the valley be, it'd be over 100 degrees outside. They must think I'm crazy because, I would be just
Yeah.
waiting for people to come,
Thoughts.
come home, and I asked them, I'll cut your grass, just to get some cash. And then I was working for this one dude, that does, furniture, polishing. Cause
Yeah.
I would have to sand, what you call it, like sand the wood to make it smooth, and I would put the polish on there, and I only do that like for about 4 to 5 hours, and he will pay me like at least 100, like $150 every week
Yeah.
just by doing that. So I sometimes you have to hustle.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I go, man, I wasn't tripping. I go do her little yard and shit, do little things for her, but she would look out for me and pay me real good, pay me like $100, 150. You feel me, for like 2 hours of work and shit. And I'd be like, thank you, you feel me? And that'd be just like, but that was all I had, like every week, bro. That was from October to here it is, to like February, to after my birthday. But like I said, like I wasn't complaining. I was like cool. Like I was still happy. I was still smiling. I was still in a good mood. It wasn't like I don't know. It was weird,
I
bro.
was
It was
learning.
weird as shit. Yeah,
I was learning coding and animations and how to do video editing, music and stuff like
No,
that. Now I'm
was
trying to go to college for it.
yeah, remember I was doing that too, Ty. Remember I was doing a little shit on TikTok to like make money on TikTok, which I did okay at that time. I was doing that. Like I was selling little shit on TikTok. It's crazy because like I said, like soon as you put in that stop mode, like when you put in that stop mode and you go stop, now you can see things more clearer. So when the gate open, you can tell that the gate is open for that over there.
Exactly.
Now you can see that over there. You feel me? You're not trying to push yourself and you missing the opportunities that are there. Because it was like, soon as I put myself in the stop mode, that's when TikTok Shop opened up for me and said, hey, you can sell things on TikTok. And they accepted my application. It was like everything just kind of started going the way it was going. in the right way. Even though it wasn't making no gang of money, it was making just what I needed at the time. And I could have probably made more if I would have pushed it, but I didn't. I just tried to get to where I felt like I needed to be into this other place. But that's when you'll be able to see. You feel me? Because you're not making up all these things. Because you know you have all these people going, man, you need to do this. Hey, you should go over here. Hey, you should go over here. Hey, you should do this. And everything that person did, it might not work for you. Like it's like you're almost like you're already finding your own way. But your way is not always the same as everybody else's. It might be one person out of 1,000 people that tell you a way, and that one person way over there might work. But those other 1,000 just not gonna work because it wasn't meant for you or something. I don't know. And like I don't know, bro. That shit is crazy how it works. But once you
That's like
start,
with my mom. She trying stuff like that. Like sometimes when I'm talking, she say, "All right, I'm stopping." I know sometimes you just want to talk. You don't want to be
yeah,
told
Exactly.
what to do. You just want to let it out and just see
I
yeah,
what's
mean,
going on.
the way I started, I was like, washing, like, cutting grass, washing cars and stuff. And then I said, okay, I went to this bus driving school. So I tried that out. And, they helped me, get my bus driver license and stuff. And they gave me, gave me some, ideas on how to become a bus driver. I did, the first time I didn't pass, second time I passed. And I went to the DMV, took the school bus license, got that. Uh, Started driving school buses for like a year. It wasn't that bad. Then I went to Greyhound, started driving for Greyhound for about 5 years. That was okay, but it was kind of rowdy. And then from after that, I was driving for this place called M Coach. Close. It's like uh, it's I forget. It's where like Temecula is. Drove for
yeah,
them for a good long time. Drove for them for a good long time. Came here, man. I had it all, man. I had a nice car. After 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 that part, after I started driving for them, I had a nice car. I had I had my place. I had everything. I had so much things until I came out. But then after that, I gave all this stuff up. I gave a lot of stuff up, just to come down here. I gave so much stuff up, everything. And then after
yeah,
that, everything started. I mean, I just, but still, I'm still fine. Even when I was at my lowest point, I was still fine. I mean, I know sometimes we had to, I was bagging back in the day too. I would ask people, can I have me $1? Can I borrow $1? I was bagging at the time, but still at the same time, I was still, trying to hustle myself, trying to get some money for I can get where I have to get to. And from there, I came up, but I gave up everything. I mean, even now when I was working for that place called M Coach, I would go back and forth to the casino. I would win like $1,000, $2,000 because they gave me a whatchamacallit. I had so much money, man. I had so much money
I
that I
did
didn't even
that
want to give up
same
that job.
thing. I did almost that same thing when I found the little bus driving thing because I tried to get my
Uh,
CDLs through that one company and it was
yeah.
gonna cost like 6,500, so I had to go through another company for them to pay for it. And then
Mhm.
they took too long. They just was taking forever, bro. I'm waiting. You feel me? Now I lost my car. I lost hella shit. I didn't even have a phone for like fucking 3 weeks and shit. I lost everything, but it didn't stop. Like I wasn't tripping. I wasn't complaining
Yeah,
about it. It was just
exactly.
like, this is what it is. You feel me? Like my phone bill was like $260 a month. You feel me? I lost that because of somebody hacked my
Uh,
account, and you feel me? So they turned my all our phones off. And then, but
mm,
now it's like shit, bro. Everything like I shit. Like I said, I waited it
e-
out.
e-
I went through it, waited it
e-
out, and it
ever
worked out like it's supposed to, as always. I don't know.
e- e- ever ever
Well,
since I left,
I don't know.
About
ever
going to
since I left
school
the state,
for
I had check this out.
cybersecurity. Oh
I
no.
had a very nice car. But ever since I left the state, I had my car at my sister's house. they took her for a drive, and some man, I mean, my car, that car was not. It was like a
Lord,
20 at the time,
DoorDash.
2015. I forgot it was 2015, but they had my car right on the street, right, and they repoed it because I was thinking they was making the payment. They repoed my car, so I don't even have a car no more. So if I was to go back home out there, I won't have anything.
Man.
I will stay at my sister, but I still have my commercial license.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go back home
Yeah.
and and keep my license on par. Because if I go back home, I'm not gonna have nothing. I don't have. I'm like dead to the end, gonna be homeless.
That's all you need is that license. Justin said,
Exactly.
no, no, yeah. Oh yeah, bro, you ain't tried Uber, bro. I'm telling you, I did all that shit. Anybody that's been here long enough, they see me drive Uber, they see me drive Amazon. You feel me? I did all that shit. I did all that. But like I said, you gotta just do it, bro. Like, and it's wild because you have some jobs that are easier to sign up for and do. But the cool thing about
Yeah.
drive, you just got to do it. You just got to fucking sign. You can sign up for Amazon and get on with Amazon and Amazon Flex and just be delivering out your own car. And then when you sign up for Amazon, you can sign up for Uber Eats. Like I signed up for Uber. I was doing
Uh,
Uber. I was doing Uber Eats. I didn't get DoorDash or the other one, but I signed up for all those things and was doing them. Like as it come, you just got to grab it and do it, especially the easy ones. Like I was saying earlier, like me and Just Ty was talking. Remember, Just Ty was talking about was it Panda Express? Like Panda Express paying like $20 an hour
20
right now.
Damn,
easy.
$20.
Easy, yeah, $20 an hour. Panda Express, all the food places, Panda Express,
All I'm telling.
McDonald's, Rallies, they all starting off at $20 an hour right now.
I remember it used to be 4.25. They skyrocket all the.
Man, they going crazy with the fast food places.
Uh-huh. Yo, yo, real quick, a little topic. Remember earlier when I mentioned Full Metal Alchemist to you, the anime,
Yeah.
and we talking about the sinks and everything? I screenshotted it, but it was sent at 11:54, so I'm not sure when we talked about it. If it was, but it says don't you know, it's a notification from the Threads app, that new Facebook kind of act like Twitter kind of app, and it says "Picked for you." JB Bold Creative Full Metal Alchemist, and then
Oh
it say
no.
too soon, and then it says this one may be a little too niche, but it's mentioned in the show, and it says picked for you right on my phone, the Full Metal Alchemist that I just brought up to you.
Man.
Yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
dang,
upload
you
so you know what
said
I'm
he
talking
said
about.
Justin said he do cybersecurity, which is wild, bro. You feel me? Nobody wanna fucking give you a chance. Go start your own business. Go look into starting your own cybersecurity business. It's gonna be fucking crazy and hard, but you got 3 months of living that you said you can do it. You feel me? They don't give you a chance. Go make your own shit. Like that's one thing I did too. It's like, I had to go make my own way. Like start your own shit. Start, because damn, cybersecurity, bro. What the fuck? Like, man. Hey, hey, you cybersecurity? Like, come on now. Like, everybody need that shit. Like, everybody needs some type of cybersecurity. Yeah, cybersecurity is good pay. Like, I'll be looking into how to build my own cybersecurity company. Y'all don't want to hire me? You feel me? All right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it myself, and then I'll be the one doing the hiring. You feel me? Like but nobody give me a chance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Go look into how to start your own shit, how to start your own
Is that
business and be able to start
is
helping
that
people.
is is that a company, or do they have like a company, or is
Yeah,
that
they
you
got
start your
companies.
own?
They got companies for
Oh,
cybersecurity, but it don't matter what company. You got a t-shirt company, bro. You can go and make your own t-shirt company if you want to. You feel me? Yeah, I like that's what I would look into that. I would look into going and being able to start my own way of, okay, you need cybersecurity over there. They charging you $130. Look, man, I'm gonna do it for you for 80. I'm gonna do this for 80. I'm gonna do this for 60. You feel me? And make it cheaper. Because like when you think about the type of person you are, you gonna make it easier and make it cheaper for people to actually spend. So I would look into that, Justin. Tons of connections and nobody can get me in. Yeah, that's wild, bro. Cybersecurity. And then you got a gang of connections. A gang of connections. I feel like I'm hitting a brick wall. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Go look into starting your own cybersecurity business. Every cybersecurity company, they had to start from somewhere. They had to start from somewhere. That's the thing. Like, just because you don't have no experience don't mean you ain't good at it. For the others,
like that one called McAfee. What? Remember McAfee? That's Sicard. He was security. McAfee. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I think he got in trouble though.
Yeah, but over time, every company that started, it started from one person having an idea of doing it. You feel me? And then it blended out. That's like the first car being made. It ain't just fucking one car out there. It ain't just Mercedes Benz. You got all different kind of companies that came and made their own car. Like, period. Like, and I think that's one of the scariest things to do is to go off and like try to start your own business. That shit is scary as shit. You're going to take losses, but yeah, it can be done. He said, question to the others on the panel too. He said, True Life, what's your story, bro? How'd you get into psychs? Oh, damn, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy because I was talking to one of my cousins from the hood and he was telling me about DMT and how it can show you all these different things. And yeah. After that, like, I was watching, I don't know, it kind of came to me because I was watching like Ancient Aliens and it's a lot that I wanted to know. And everybody I went to, they couldn't show me or really tell me shit. Everything that they was telling me was like, some fucking regurgitated information type shit. It was like almost like I'm telling you what this person told me. And then he was telling me about DMT. And it took a year before I had got some, and then shit, that was how. And like once I got it and I did it, it was like over, bro. I couldn't stop going in. I was like hooked, like a motherfucker. Yeah, Ancient Aliens, that shit is funny as shit, huh? After I started doing psychedelics, I stopped watching Ancient Aliens. I was too busy meeting shit. Instead of watching that shit, you feel me? I was too busy up in the world, up in the realm, you feel me? So just get any job. Yeah, sometimes you got to do that too, Justin. Cause like that was crazy, bro. Remember when I had a period of time too. Like many times I had that period of time to where I lost one job and I couldn't find one, and then I started doing Uber, and I had to do Uber for the flower shop, like. It came through my Uber thing. It was my first delivery when I signed up for Uber. My first, I signed up for Uber. I went through all the steps. I got accepted. Bam, my app working. I turned my app on. My first delivery was for the flower shop. And I walked into the flower shop and I'm waiting for the flowers. And when she gave them to me, she was like, "Oh, you drive Uber, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is my first day. I'm just starting back." She said, "You want to work for me?" I was like, "Hell yeah." Man, I the first day I started Uber was the first day I quit. My first delivery, I quit. I quit my first delivery, bro. And I started working for the flower shop. But Uber was crazy because I'm telling you, I met so many motherfuckers doing Uber. Like I met motherfuckers that own cannabis clubs that, was doing big conventions and like they was like hooking me up all the time. Like motherfuckers was giving me bags of weed, all type of shit when I was doing Uber. You feel me? Just from driving Uber, like before I started back. And then, I stopped it for like a couple of years and was doing something else. And then when I came back, my first delivery was the flower shop. And when I went in there, I was waiting for it, and she was like, "Oh, you just started today? You want to work for me?" I was like, "Shit, how much you pay?" She was like $15 a delivery, and I give you $18 an hour. I was like, "Oh hell yeah, what you mean?" And I started working for her and started like, bro. That's why I was saying, like, you got to get out there, and sometimes you got to accept the first thing that you see. You got to accept what you can get, and then take that, and that's gonna lead to other things. But don't take the don't do what I did and take the first thing that you get and then miss all the other opportunities that be available. Because I got so caught up into that job because I felt like it was paying what I needed, and it was paying me so much that when it got sold and I was making less than what I was making, I stayed around. And you feel me? I stayed there for some dumbass reason. But as soon as I quit, I found something better. You feel me? It was like, I don't know, bro. Don't get stuck in it. It's like weird. Because like you did right by, doing the cybersecurity thing and trying to find something into that. But then shit, if you can't find nothing in cybersecurity, go do something else until you can find something in that. But don't just look for that, because you're gonna find yourself I was talking to them about like Facebook, like me posting certain stuff on Facebook and it getting flagged, and they banning my account, so it make me not want to post on Facebook no more. Like that's the same thing. You're gonna go and like I was thinking, oh well, maybe somebody's flagging my page or something like that. Like, and that's what you get to thinking once you go out there and you're looking for a cybersecurity job and nobody will hire you. That's when the ideas will start popping in. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and maybe it's this. And like, bro, the ideas they infinite. You can have an infinite amount of ideas of why it's not happening or why you're not getting hired. And you know what you do? You just stack on top of them over and over again, and you make them worse, and they make you more depressed. And it's like, shit, if that shit ain't working, find something else. You know how many motherfuckers that went to college for something and graduated and they're not working in that profession that they went to college for? Bro, we talking about probably half the population. You feel me? Like, fuck that shit. Forget that. Nah, it's probably not meant for right now. It's not ready for you yet. Don't say it's not meant to be your destiny. It's just right now, for right now, it's not ready for you right now. Because you need something right now. You fuck that. You need something right now, that the profession, fuck that. You got to push that shit to the side. It can wait. You got to find something right now. Because once you get out there and you get in the field, it don't matter where you go and start working, you're going to start meeting new people. I don't care if it's fucking Starbucks. You're going to start meeting new people. You're going to be talking to people, and you're going to start, because you're going to be out in the world now. And now you're meeting new people and you're talking about certain things. And then that's going to lead you to the next thing. That's going to lead you to the next thing. But you got to get out there and just do something different sometimes. That's just what it is. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes we can get addicted to that struggle of working hard. It's got to be hard. It's got to be tough.
yeah. And why is that though? Hey, oh yeah, no pain, no gain. Exactly.
It's learned. It's learned. Look at David Goggins. That's a way. It's still a way.
Yeah, still a way. He's like no
But
pain,
you
no
can also
gain.
try easy. You don't gotta always try hard. You can try easy.
Yeah, but hey, yeah, but you gotta you gotta find something else. Oh yeah, well, dang, I'm glad you're here, Exile, because like as we was doing our little thing, we both was like kind of in that little field of finding the next job and finding the next job.
Hey, I probably had over like 40 jobs in my lifetime. I know licensing, fucking pizza making, cannabis growing, chief operating officer, a bunch of different stuff. A dude came into work. I work at a grocery store now, and a dude came into work. He had a Trans Dev T-shirt on, so I chopped it up with him for like 5 minutes. He said he's 12 years in. He's got like a year and a half left, and he's retiring.
Oh my goodness. And he just gave you the game, huh?
Yeah, he bought 5 pounds of chicken wings from me.
See how that shit work? That shit is fucking crazy, bro. And look, for some shit that you wouldn't even thought you, but putting your being out there and being at that grocery store, you would have never seen or met that person. And you know, we've
Right.
been talking about trans dev because I started, you know, going and then you, man, come on now. See how it
Yeah, it's
worked,
crazy
Justin?
how it works out. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just take what I mean. You still got to do a little bit of effort, you know, put yourself out there, but it doesn't have to be the struggle, toughness. You know, there's a bunch of different. So I mean, probably since COVID, people stopped. I mean, and just in the things that I see, there's a lot of places hiring. So
Yeah.
even if it isn't cybersecurity, your dream job, you know, what you studied for however long, you know, you want to apply your talents and do the best thing. Well, you know, go flip burgers or go deliver pizzas or
Home
cut lawns
Depot.
or oh, you never know. I mean, never know.
But you gotta, but
Sometimes we hold ourselves back and we're addicted to that struggle. But abundance can come in so many different ways. Like abundance to me, I got it from Bashar, but it's the ability to do the things you need to do when you need to do it.
yeah.
And sometimes
OG
those wants and
Swisher,
those
boy.
needs can line up, but not I mean, oh, I want to go do this. I want to go do, well, do you need to go do that? So
Yeah.
just a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, we'll get stuck in that. Like we'll make it seem like we have to go and do that thing, and it's like, nah, you really don't. Because right now, like it's the same thing of seeing that thing that you want, but you can't really get your hands on it. Like you'll fucking put yourself down. Like I did that, bro. I was gonna stay at that job. Like either way, like I knew I couldn't pay my bills working that job. I was losing everything little by little, but I still said I'm gonna stay here because it's paying me money. And I was. And when I lost it, trust me, I didn't have nobody for a minute. I can still laugh at it because I was broke. Like, what am I gonna do? But it was like, you know, I'm still happy. I don't even know why I'm still happy. Like, I must be losing my goddamn mind. I got to be losing my mind. I know I'm going crazy because I'm still walking around this motherfucker happy like everything gonna be all right. It's just like, shit, that's because everything is gonna be all right, despite whether you know it or not. But you keep yourself in that mood, bro. You'll persevere and then you'll find it. And then when you see it, you be like, ain't this about a bitch? I was tripping off of nothing. But
Right.
I gotta take off, y'all. I'm tripping. I know I
All
gotta
right.
get up early. It's fucking 12 o'clock. We've been on for like 3 hours. But
I know.
hey, what time you get off tomorrow, Exile?
10.
Oh, at 10 at night.
Yeah.
Oh, so what time you go in?
2.
Oh, at 2 o'clock. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So you be sleep all the way up until 2 or what?
Yeah, so I've been staying lately.
Yeah, trying to get it. Get your clock on that schedule. Trying to get your body on that schedule.
Yeah, I'm kind of just going with whatever. Like I got no
Oh, you welcome.
plans. I'm just going
Yeah,
with it.
just going with it. I'm just along for the ride. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. That's me too, bro. I'm just along for the ride. That's it. So as it comes, and I just jump on the train and I let it take me where it's gonna take me. I'm not even gonna force it, fight it, or none of that shit no more. I got no more fight left in me. Just fighting with myself. Shit, looking in the mirror, punching at myself and shit.
Right.
Quit. I'm done. But all right, Exile, thanks for stopping in, bro.
I
Just Ty.
appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate y'all too. All right, Ty and Big Chill. Peace out, y'all.
Good one, yo.
All right, YouTube. Yeah, man, this was a good talk, bro. I thank everybody out there, man. Cause like I'm gonna tell you, bro. You think you be going through something, right? You not the only one. Like we're not. We all go through shit, and it's kind of weird because some of the things that we go through. I think men, us being men, as we go through age, there's a lot of things that we go through that we don't like to talk about. We don't want to say it. But as men, I think we need to start saying that shit to make other men aware that like once you get in your 40s, you feel me? Your late 30s, your 40s, and you going through your 40s, you're gonna get in these modes that's gonna stop you from wanting to do anything. You're gonna get in that mode. That I don't know. I don't want to call it depression, but I think that might be it. You feel me? Yeah, don't get stuck in your emotions because you will, and they will take over, and all you will do is build and stack on them, and stack on them, and stack on them, and you'll make your own situation worse. And we all have a different way of getting out of these situations. That's the one thing that I like is like thank everybody here that explain, different ways that we can get out of these situations of that we get ourselves stuck in because we all then did it and we all then made it out. You feel me? That's why I love this channel. Like because it's not me that make this channel, it's us. We're doing it all together. So thank y'all. Stay blessed and like tomorrow, since I know you ain't doing nothing, Justin, like we'll be back early. I'm gonna come in early because like I'm gonna have to tomorrow night I'm gonna have to start studying. Like starting tomorrow night I'm gonna have to start back studying in order so I can, when I get up to this test I can pass it with no problems. You feel me? Which is crazy because when I start going through it in my head I remember everything, but at the same time like I just thank y'all. You feel me? And until next time, man, peace and love. Y'all make sure y'all get some rest because tomorrow's always going to be different. Weekends always change tomorrow. We don't got to act on tomorrow right now. We ain't even got to act on it till tomorrow. You feel me? Like it's better to live in the now and not try to predict the future or what the future is going to bring or what the future is going to do because we really don't know. You feel me, God? I feel you was talking some good shit earlier, bro. You was talking some good shit. Yeah, it's better to live in the now and not, try to create it because then if you fail at what you create for tomorrow and it don't work, you're gonna be mad. You feel me? Like it's cool to know what you think you're gonna do, but not make it seem like that's just gonna be the one thing. You feel me? Yeah, don't think about tomorrow. Fuck tomorrow. It's not here. And tomorrow don't even exist, all right? Tomorrow don't even exist. You feel me? But peace out.